203, the police are requesting an ambulance to detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Rock Street.
Hi, you're watching the movie Canon? Watch Gio.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni, and this is Figures Talk, episode number 10. And we have a stacked panel tonight with great guests. guests that have been here before and one guest who has never been here before. So I'm excited to have all of them here. Thank you so much, guys, for being on my channel on Figures Talk tonight. Now, we do have several topics to talk about here today. And then, of course, we're always doing the keep, gift, or destroy game. And the fantasy figure zone, of course, will enter that. And there's a game, I guess it's kind of like a game that I'm going to try to play here tonight if there's enough time, but I'll give my guest a little bit more information about that in just a bit here. But why don't we go ahead and bring in my Canon Council, as I would like to call them. So let's go ahead and bring in the first one here. So he has been here before. He is the current Figures Talk champion. You know him, and Mr. Danny Spochka.
Man, that intro never gets old, brother. What's up, Gio? Good to see you, man.
Hi,
I'm very,
how
very
you
excited to be on, like you said, this very, very stacked panel. We've got, like, I don't want to spoil anything, but one hell of a guest members today. Half of the Copper Drop crew, I'll just say, and then half of the group. And, of course, another fellow DC collector. So I'm excited about this. So thank you so much for bringing me back, and good to always be champion. Anybody wants to challenge the throne, just come at me. Just let y'all know.
Well, thank you for being here again, Mr. Danny Spochka. Yes, the Figures Talk champion. And we'll talk about that a little later as to when we'll do that championship battle sometime next month, but we'll discuss that a little later. But again, thank you so much for being here again, Danny.
Always a pleasure.
My next guest, he has been here on both my movie show, The Met Report, and on Figures Talk. You know him as Mr. Brick Artemis.
That's frightening. Okay.
When you
Oh. Oh man. Okay.
Okay, you got the point, Brick. Let's move on.
I think I
to the
peed
next
a little bit, but okay.
Kids at the orphanage call me Dick.
Well, children can be cruel.
Yeah.
Bro, I got an intro. That is sick. That is
fired.
awesome, man. That's the first time I've had an intro. I feel accomplished. Just call me Dick all night. That's fine.
Right. We'll call him Dick all night. All right. So thanks so much for being here, Brick Artemis, in the show again. Thank you so much for being here. You've been on my show
Absolutely.
many times. So it was like it's time to give Brick Artemis his own intro. So
I could never earn it with a win, so I just had to keep showing up.
all right. Well, thank you so
Appreciate
much
that.
again for being here. All right. So my next guest
That shirt,
here.
well, hold on, Gio. I'm so sorry, bro.
Yeah,
What's that
go ahead.
shirt you're wearing?
That's your artwork, bro.
Well, look at that.
Oh
man.
yeah. You're
That's all Danny right there.
Ooh, that's fire. Ooh, is
very
that
nice.
just on
Very
the
nice.
merch shop or no?
Not yet, but we'll get there. If you do want one though, I can always, somebody can message me. I got you.
Oh, I want one. So
Get a brick for one. That's pretty dope.
All
bro.
right, man. Nice.
All right. So my next guest here, we've have him before, Mr. Dan the Bat Fan. Thanks so much for being here.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, thanks to you for having me on your channel again. And yeah, I'm honored to be among this awesome panel. And yeah, get to see some new faces and some familiar faces too. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here, Dan. Because you don't live on this side of the world, but so it's a different time for you right now. So I really appreciate that you're actually being on here tonight. And you just had a birthday yesterday, even though it is still the 21st here. But happy belated birthday, Dan.
Happy belated birthday, bro. What the hell? No one
Happy
told
birthday.
me. Man,
Thank you, guys.
everybody in the chat who's watching, let's get a happy birthday to Dan. That's awesome. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
yes. So happy belated birthday there, Dan, the Bat fan. Thank you so much for being here. My next guest, he has been on my show before, but not Figures Talk. He was on my horror talk show a couple months ago. But I'm excited to have him here. Mr. Austin Nicholas is here. Thank you so much for being here.
What's up, you guys? Thanks for having me on, Gio panel. I'm so happy to be here. First off, Dan, happy birthday. And also, those intros, I am jealous. Gio, you crushed it.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
What's up, Austin? See you,
Hey,
buddy.
Danny.
So let's move on. Well, actually, yes, Austin. So like I said, they wanted to, join the, I was going to say the cast, the council tonight. So I'm very glad to have you on here. So thanks so much for
Of course, man. I'm
accepting the
excited.
invitation.
Yeah, of course.
And my last guest here, and definitely not the least, it is his very first time on the Movie Canon YouTube channel and on any of my shows. So you guys know him as Dilo, the Collector. Thank you so much for being here.
What's up, D-Lo?
Yeah, thanks,
Adilo.
gentlemen. Gio, thank you for the invite. Boys, nice to finally meet everybody. Well, except Brick Artemis.
Hey now, Big Tracy.
Perfect.
But yeah, I follow all you guys on Instagram, so I feel like I kind of already know you guys. So it's just like a first meet up there. So yeah, I'm really grateful to be on this beautiful panel we have here, and I'm excited to see what Figure Talk's all about over here. So I'm excited.
Dilo, you're on
Thank you for being
YouTube,
here.
right? Is that how I know you?
No, I believe you spotted me one time when I was at the gym, and we just kind of like kept in touch with like
Yeah,
that.
you're the guy repping out 315. That's what it was.
Stop.
Yeah.
It was nothing really.
I know it was a light day.
Yeah. But again, thank you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for being on here. We have half of the Cop or Drop crew, half of the Wolf Pack. Mr. Dan, the Bat fan, is here. Great panel. This show is not anywhere near as good if I was doing this by myself. So thanks so much for being on here.
How'd you do that?
So let's go ahead and get into the live chat here. Give me just a moment, guys, while I do that here, because I do see several comments on there now. Okay, so we have Brick Artemis saying episode 10, and yes, this is the 10th episode of Figures Talk. Then we have Aunt Jemima. Thank you so much. Aunt Jemima saying, let's go. Danny Spotchka saying, Canon Council assembling, and we definitely were, and here we are now, ready to go. Mr. Reverse Zio saying, oh shit, that boy, says Carlos. Thank you for being in the live chat here. Yomo saying, yo. Hello there, Mr. Yomo.
Zach, how you
Thanks
doing,
so
brother?
much for being here. At Danny Gummy. That's Reverse Zio. Let's see some other ones here. Danny Spotchka, yo, champ. And then, of course, happy birthday, Dan, the Bat fan. So again, happy belated birthday there, Dan. You guys are just talking amongst yourselves there. How you figure, Mr. Justin saying this panel is fire, and that is definitely true. And let's see here. So just talking amongst yourselves there. What's up, Brick? All right, so it looks like we're caught up there with the actual chat. Okay. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about here, because I mean, it has been kind of slow, right? So we've had, one Hot Toys release and a lot of teases from the whole, Star Wars Dark Side or whatever it is. And that's basically all what we've had this week. So I decided to begin this with a third-party figure, Doc Holliday from Present Toys. And Mr. Austin Nicholas, he's the third-party figure guy. So I think you would have maybe liked this a little bit here. But so, like we always do here on Figures Talk, I always go into the actual. I forgot that thing now. Okay, so Doc Holliday figure. So this character's from Tombstone, a movie that came out in 1993. It's a Western, I don't think it did that well box office wise, but I think it became like a cult classic. So Present Toys decided to, make this figure here. And if for whatever reason you were interested in this, I usually look at the information in 1/6 kit because that's the only place that I've actually purchased third party figures, and I kind of trust them at this point. But if you wanted this, we have this figure that it's $154, expected to ship Q1 of 2025, and with the pre-order cutoff date of April 10th, 2024. And I had my movie figure file for this, but I don't know where it went. So fortunately, I'm not going to be able to give you that many details, at least not an image here. But I don't know how many of you guys are actually interested mainly in this figure. And ultimately, if you haven't even seen Tombstone, the movie that stars Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell. So I'm going to start with Mr. Delo. Have you by any chance seen Tombstone? And if so, what are your thoughts on this figure, these images that you've seen?
Yeah, I feel like I'm probably the oldest person on this panel tonight. I'm just going to throw that out there. So I have definitely seen Tombstone. It is one of the best Westerns ever made, for sure. A little fun fact about this here. The reason why I didn't do so well at the box office is because they actually had two movies featuring Wyatt Earp back at that time here. So this one starred Kurt Russell. The other one starred with Kevin Costner. So they kind of canceled each other out. That's why it didn't do so well. But this was the better movie of the two. And part of it was because of Mr. Doc Holliday over here, Val Kilmer. So it was actually a very near and dear movie to my heart. It's one of my personal favorites. It's a guilty pleasure. Figure-wise, not many people do Westerns. The only other company to do a Doc Holliday before Present Toys was a company called Redmond Toys, which wasn't the greatest. Definitely, this is an improvement from that. But having said that, I mean, even this one here is kind of below my standards of what I would pick up, if I'm being honest with it. There, sculpt is a little soft. It has a little bit of likeness to Val Kilmer, not a lot. If I were to pick this up, I would have liked it to have been a little bit more weathered, because at this point in the movie, this is where he's really sick and he's sweating, he's all dirty and stuff like that. So it would have been nicer just to did a little bit more weathering for it. But seeing that I don't see anybody else going back to do figures like this, I think if you're a fan of that movie and that genre, this would be a nice one to add in your collection.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, the actual figure, like I said, certain angles, maybe you could see Val Kilmer, but not really so much there. But yes, I agree that it should have been a little bit more like weathered, because in the movie he was basically, spoiler alert, but he is dying. So, and it's based loosely on a true events in, Wild Wild West in Arizona, things like that. So I like a few Western films, right? My favorite one is the Good, Bad, and the Ugly. That's my favorite Western. And then, of course, there's Unforgiven, a lot of Clint Eastwood movies. This one was actually good. I did see this several years ago. I'm not planning on picking this one up, but I just found it a little interesting that they actually made this. But let's go to Mr. Austin Nicholas. Again, question, have you seen Tombstone, and what are your thoughts on this figure?
Yeah, so I may be in the minority. I know I've seen Tombstone. It's probably been on the better half of a decade at this point since I've seen it. Really no emotional attachment to this movie. Honestly, if you didn't tell me what this figure was from movie-wise, would never have guessed it.
Right.
So definitely not for me. But D'Lo nailed it. Head sculpt, soft. Once again, I don't think I could even tell you that was Val Kilmer.
Right,
honestly. Right. So yeah, this is a drop for me.
How about you, Dan, the Bat fan?
Yeah, same for me. If you wouldn't have said Val Kilmer, I would have never guessed that it's supposed to be him. And yeah, I haven't watched the movie. Might have to check that one out. But yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of the movie, then I think it's a pickup for sure.
How about you, Mr. Brick Artemis? Have you seen Tombstone, and what about this figure here?
Yeah, this was one of my my sister's favorite movies, so this was on in the house a lot. Now I'm with Austin, it's been probably about 10 years since I've seen the movie, but it is really good. It's probably between this and Django. I count Django as a somewhat Western.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But this figure, it's a drop for me as well. I'm passing on this. I mean, first, like third party, like if it's a third party figure, I really have to be attached to it, and it's got to be something that like Hot Toys or somebody doesn't do already. And like you guys said, it doesn't really look like Val Kilmer to kind of begin with. The one on the left looks a little better, like when that smirk he's got. I don't know if that's the same one, just looks different with the white. I don't know, but that looks a little better.
It's different, yeah.
But yeah, this is the pass for me. I don't have too strong of a connection. Maybe if he was like 9, 10 out of 10 head sculpt from Hot Toys or something, I consider it. But yeah, pass for me too. Pretty cool.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Danny Spachka?
Well, D'Lo pointed out that he thinks he may be the oldest in the panel. I'm going to point out that I'm probably the youngest in the panel and have not seen Tombstone. But Rick, you brought up Django. I think this would be a perfect figure to like buy duplicates of if let's say Django Unchained, like for me is one of my favorite movies. So if I was trying to build a like action in the box Ricardo style display with Django, this is like a good option to throw in there for him to have somebody to shoot at, if you will. So yeah, I haven't seen Tombstone though, but I know that like iconic "I'll be your Huckleberry" line that he says in the film. But
okay. And just to be accurate here, D'Lo, you just had a birthday, right? Not too long ago?
Yeah, last month.
Okay.
Just
happy birthday, sir!
Thanks, man. Just turned
Happy birthday,
29.
D'Lo.
You said 29?
29.
Okay. And just again for correction purposes, I'm the oldest in the panel. Just so you guys know.
Ah.
How old are
So,
you?
I'm 30.
don't
I'm 39. I'm 39.
Oh, I thought
so-
you were younger than you. Look younger than that, brother. Okay.
Oh well, thanks. Yeah, but I'm 39 years old, so I'm the oldest here. But just for correction purposes, there. But all right. So let's get into the live chat here. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so we have. Where is it here? Austin, Mr. Olympia says reverse Zio. Daddy chill says reverse Zio there. I'm your Huckleberry says Mr. Yomo. How you figure says Tombstone is incredible. This performance is an all timer. Val Kilmer's performance in this is really, really good. That's for sure. 100% Justin. What's up, Yomo? Let me see if there's some other ones here. Hey, if you're just tuning in a little bit, I hope you're doing well, bro. Okay, we got that. All right. Danny's only 14, says Reverse Zio. Hello, says Mr. Collector Joey. How you doing there, Joey? Thanks so much for being here. Let's see. Okay, I think we're all caught up there. We're all caught up. Okay, so let's move on to the next one here. I don't think you guys have any other thoughts on this third-party figure, right? So I'll move on to the next one here. Okay, so the next one is the release that we got from Hot Toys. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already talked about this, but yeah, we have this Daredevil from the She-Hulk Disney Plus series. Again, entering into the movie canon TV figure file. So this series, She-Hulk Attorney at Law, comes from Marvel Studios Disney Plus. Series premiered on August 18th, 2022. Number of seasons 1. If we look at the Rotten Tomato score for this series, we have 77% of the critics gave it a positive review, but only 32% of the general audience gave it a positive review. As far as the number of submissions, I don't have those, but they weren't that many. There were maybe 10 reviews that were submitted for the critics, and there was no information about the audience, if I remember that correctly. But yeah, so we have this figure here. If you keep the glasses on, I think he looks fine. Charlie Cox, he looks like him if he has the glasses on. If you take the glasses on, I don't think he really looks that much like the actual actor. As far as the actual the outfit, I think I would prefer a red Daredevil. So if I were to get a Daredevil, I wouldn't be this yellow one here from She-Hulk. I would rather have a red one, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of the Daredevil series. Like I've seen a few episodes and I didn't think it was bad. I just didn't really get into it. But yeah, if I were to get one, it wouldn't be this one here. If you go to Sideshow, it's waitlisted. So a lot of people did try to get this. So So we have that there. Let's move to Mr. Danny Spotchka this time. So what are your thoughts on this Daredevil from She-Hulk?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of with you. I like the fight scenes in Daredevil, the TV series. I haven't really thoroughly watched the show. I've seen some of the clips of John Bernthal as Punisher, just because he kills that. Austin shaking his head at me. I'll get on it, sir. Yeah, I think the suit's pretty cool. It harkens back to his first iconic suit that he had in the comics. So if you're going for like a first appearance look on your shelf, it would work. I can see some people like Austin has the third party Matt Murdock by what is it? Soso Toys.
Yeah, the blind lawyer.
Blind lawyer. So if the head sculpt fits and you wanted to put it on that, I could see people doing that. But honestly, I think I prefer the sculpt on the Soso Toys one. But the suit doesn't look terrible. I'm kind of with you though, Gio. I'd prefer a red suit, and I'll wait for Born Again to give us that look. Hopefully, it gets the DD on the chest. Marvel. I don't know how many suits Charlie Cox is going to have to go through before he gets that iconic double D on his chest. But yeah, give it to us.
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, I didn't get into Daredevil. Now, my younger brother, Matthew, he's a big fan of Daredevil. And we went to a con last year, and Charlie Cox was there. And he wanted to meet him, and it was, okay, let's go ahead and meet Charlie Cox. And then we went ahead and met him and everything. He was very nice and everything. But I think my brother said something like, I didn't know he was British. So, because he said like something like, cheers, guys, or something like that. So that was kind of funny. But let's go to Brick Artemis. What are your thoughts on this?
My first thoughts now are, Danny, you have to watch this show. Not She-Hulk, but like Daredevil. I mean, Daredevil.
Is it
Daredevil
sad that I've seen She-Hulk but not Daredevil?
It's very sad because this was a laughing stock in my opinion. But Daredevil is probably the best Marvel live action television series of all time, at least in my opinion. All 3 seasons are really good, especially the second one when Punisher comes in and just, I mean, if you've seen clips, that's pretty much how the whole show is, unless they're doing some court stuff, but it's a very, very good show. Kingpin is amazing in it as well. Hopefully, eventually we'll get a character of him or a figure of his. But yeah, I mean, that being said, I don't like the yellow and the red, although it is more of the classic, traditional, his first look in comic books. So I get that, but this isn't the representation that I want on my display. I want that red look. I know we are most likely going to be getting, another figure once, the new series starts, especially since we're going to be getting 2 seasons. I think that's been confirmed. So this is really cool, though. I actually like his head sculpt. I think the head sculpt looks pretty good. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I like what the, Hot Toys is doing with the sculpted hair lately. I think that's a good solid 10 out of 10 for the hair. And I think he looks pretty good without the glasses. I'm not a big glasses person when it comes to Hot Toys. I know D'Lo knows that. I talk about that a lot. I hate Hot Toys the way I love Hot Toys, but the way that they do glasses, it just never sits right with me or on their head. So, but that being said, cool looking figure for those who have it. If I see it on their display, I may be a little like, crap, I should have gotten it. But if I'm going to have one Daredevil, it's going to be the all red.
Yeah. And then how about you, Dan, the Bat fan?
Yeah, like I'm not a big Marvel guy, so I haven't watched She-Hulk or Daredevil, but I obviously know the character and think the head sculpt for Matt Murdock is pretty solid. I think the hair too is definitely improving on that. And I mean, I also, if I would buy a Daredevil, I would buy the red variant. But if you want to have some variation in your display, then I could see someone going for this one too.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Austin Nicholas?
Yeah, so like the positive thing is we get another Daredevil figure, right? Big positive. Now, for me, when I think of Daredevil, I do not think of this. So because of that, I mean, that's a pass for me. I'm definitely leaning more towards like that burgundy suit, or even like the vigilante one with him in the all black in the tied up wrist. So
pretty cool.
Yeah, because of that, I'm definitely out on this. I think the suit looks good. I just don't love the aesthetic of the colors. Head sculpt looks okay, but y'all need to watch Daredevil. I mean, I guess me and Brig may be in the minority. I'm sure D'Lo has seen it, but you gotta watch it. I mean, I loved it. We just rewatched it, and Rachel absolutely loves it. So I'll definitely be picking up the Born Again suit if they come out with it.
Yeah, there's this scene. I don't know if it's the first or the second episode of season 1 of Daredevil. There's
The
a
hallway
fight.
scene.
Yes, there you go. The hallway scene.
Insane.
That's the one that I saw, and I was like, damn, that's pretty good. It was like, I think it was like one shot, like one take.
Yeah.
So I thought that was
Wait
cool.
until the
but-
prison scene with
Oh,
Punisher.
like I said, I didn't. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I just kind of like got
Gio,
distracted
that
with
like that
something
black
else.
vigilante suit that he wears, that's one that I need in my collection.
Okay.
They make that in third party.
They do. They do.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a little pricey too for a third party.
Hey, Mr. Third Party King, make it happen.
All right. How about you, Mr. D'Lo?
Yeah, solid figure overall. I'd be lying if I said this was my favorite color version of Daredevil. There, it's it's for the enthusiast, the diehard, the one who like kind of Spotch kind of said, someone who wants that representation, the first suit before, which I can totally see that. I can see a lot of diehard fans going for that there because it is iconic in its own right. So in fairness, whether it's for me or for somebody, for not for me, someone's going to see this and say, yeah, this is something that I've been looking for. So I think it's a good fit for somebody who's a diehard fan. I would say the yellow and red doesn't do it for me. And I think it's not more necessarily the color scheme. I think it's more the material choice here because they're using like these like weird leathery style materials, which kind of give the colors a shine to it. And it kind of messes up the whole aesthetic of it there. If they use something like a cloth where it doesn't saturate the colors as much, I think this could have been a figure that really pops on somebody's shelf. But just because yellow and red are such bright colors, you would think they'd be a little bit more vibrant than they came out. So it kind of takes away from what the potential of this figure could have looked like. But this is the same material they use on the original one. This is really more of a copy and paste for Hot Toys in this one because this is exactly how they made the original red suit. So I understand why they did it this way. But overall, I still would pick this up if I'm a fan, just because kind of like what everybody's already said before, having the Matt Murdock head sculpt alone instantly makes this a valuable pickup, especially if you're a huge fan and you want to kind of kit bash or replace the Hero Lawyer third party figure there. It's a great combo to have because instantly by buying this figure, you're technically getting yourself 2 figures. So I love when figures like that come out because even if there's not necessarily consensus of everybody enjoying the figure, I think there's enough value in it. So if someone is on the fence about picking up, I think there's enough there to justify making the leap and buying this particular figure. So this is a nice one. I really do like this.
Now, did any of you guys actually pre-order this? No, no. Okay.
No.
Considered it, but no.
I don't pre-order.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Look, there's also no denying he's gonna look great next to She-Hulk. Also, D'Lo, I actually like the fact that the colors are muted on this.
Yeah,
yeah, man. I think I'd like it less if they were very bright or saturated.
Well, fair point. I mean, to each their own, right? What I would have liked though, just as a homage to the episode that he appeared in, I would have loved if they threw in like a pair of like feet as well, so you can take off the boots and kind of hold. If you guys have seen that episode of She-Hulk, that's probably the best episode of She-Hulk in my opinion. But if they threw in like a second pair of feet alone, that would have been icing the cake in my opinion. I thought that would have been awesome. But yeah,
The shot though, if like just cut out the feet of him like holding it, doing the.
that's true. I don't know, something about maybe just having the feet there would just like take it over the top. I think I would have a good chuckle if I saw somebody pose their Daredevil that way.
Man, if they release this with that accessory, that'd be hilarious. Hot Toys would be really lean into it. I think that would have done really well with this. Like people would have bought it,
Right.
kind of like ironically,
Yeah, that would have been like the replacement for the churro accessory. The goat accessory being the churro. This could have been right up there with it, but again, missed opportunity. What is what it is. But
Man, you heard it here first. I love that.
someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna find a pair of 1/6 feet and do the same picture. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
That's funny. Let's look at the chat here. Nick Bachman saying, "What's up?" Hello there, Mr. Nick Bachman. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see here. Saying what's good, Brick. Oh, my brother Matthew says I've been on wait list for months. Yeah, so he's been trying. He wants this one here because I asked him if he preferred this one or the Netflix figure, and he said he wants this one. So
wow.
it's on the wait list. Love the first 2 seasons of Daredevil. Says how you figure. Adrian Cervantes saying hi, Austin. Hello there, Adrian Cervantes. I don't believe I've seen you in the live chat before, so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My
What's up,
brother again,
Adrian?
Matthew, saying Daredevil is a top 5 show. Maybe says here. How you figure that third-party video by Austin is awesome, and yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
And then especially like your there's a Rachel Artisan Edition video of the third party.
I love that title. I should use that.
So,
What's up, Adrian?
so hey to Danny, Yomo.
Also, Rick had a new video that I was listening to earlier that was really good. It was figures of Spider-Man characters he wanted to see.
Thank
Top
you.
5 wanted.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yes,
I
that's
love
right.
it. I love it when people are so nice, Austin, and like, you know, kind of shout our videos out for us so we don't have to look like jerks and do it. Yeah.
We have Adrian Cervantes saying, "What up, Joy? Love your moving videos. They are fire." Then we have season 2 of Daredevil is so damn good, says Justin. What is that? Happy none of your detox dropped, says Adrian Cervantes. Mustard on hot dogs. Let's catch up on hot dogs. Yomo saying, I'm looking forward to this DD. I'm a big DD fan, and I don't have him yet. I like this homage suit, and I think it may be the last time we see him wear this suit.
I would think so.
Austin, I agree with Peppers. Yomo says, I probably won't use the head sculpt on this figure, but I'm definitely interested to see if I can use it on a separate figure to get his lawyer Matt Murdock look. Can't wait to watch that Spider-Man video of
thank
Rick. Yeah, so you guys already talked about this figure here, right? So when it comes to She-Hulk, I know they announced this. I wasn't that familiar with She-Hulk just in general, right? And it's just like obviously like a Hulk female attorney, and I was kind of interested in that because just the simple fact that we're gonna have like a show that's kind of like comical, and then the main character is an attorney, probably a lot of courtroom things. I at one point was attempting or planning on going to law school, so that kind of like it interests me, things like that interest me, and I have some background with like political science and stuff like that, so it was kind of like interesting to me. But then I saw the show and I didn't think it was terrible, but definitely not a great show for Disney Plus. But there's worse ones. There's definitely worse ones. And are any of you guys excited for a potential season 2 of She-Hulk?
Hell nah.
Look. I'll actually
I'm
be really
good.
honest. I only finished the first 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Well, like thing is, I knew Rach and I we were binging MCU movies at that point, and I knew in the near future, her and I will be getting to that show anyway. So I was like, there's no way I want to watch this twice. So
Look, I remember being so pissed when Megan Thee Stallion was twerking on screen with She-Hulk, because I wasn't pissed because it was Megan Thee Stallion. I was pissed at the concept of like where we were at the MCU at this moment. Like,
Oh, wow.
it's different when Deadpool does it. Why? Maybe because it's Ryan Reynolds and that's the whole point of those movies. But like having Megan Thee Stallion twerk on screen and then her going to this like random CGI room full of computers that had a robot named Kevin, I was like, this is such a weird fourth wall thing. And it just made me think back to 2008, made me miss old MCU, and I think that's really what broke me with Marvel at the moment.
yeah, I mean, we have 30 movies, a dozen shows at this point. You absolutely can't like everything because they're all so different. And this just falls in that bucket of this one wasn't for me. But granted, I only saw the first 2 episodes, right?
Mhm.
So maybe if I actually finish it all the way through, maybe my thoughts will change. It's kind of hard judging it completely off of 2 episodes, but yeah.
No, Devo was right. Man. The good episode was the one with Daredevil in it, right where they hook up. That was probably the best one.
I got a second favorite because my wife watched it with me here, so like I'm a little bit more lenient with it because my wife doesn't like follow like Marvel or DC or any of that stuff. Like that's why I got you guys for it, right? So this is like one of those few times she'll sit down with it because it's a female lead. It looks like it's a cute like lawyer drama. She got into it, so I mean, I took my shot. I was like, well, she'll watch this. Maybe she'll watch the other stuff with me. We'll see. But there was one episode that I genuinely appreciated. I thought it was funny because it kind of like it's kind of my wife's sense of humor. The episode when she had when you had Wong on the show, and the girl from what's her? I can't remember her name. It was like Madison, something like that. It was like Wongers. I thought I genuinely had a good time with that episode. I really did. Some of those episodes, but like those two, I thought they were pretty good. I don't know.
I kind of have to agree with you, bro. That was pretty funny. Because she come out of the portal, or Wong came out of the portal. And
something
she was like
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
for
or something.
weren't they like watching The Sopranos or something like that?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so let's move on here to okay. So they dropped this, and I know a lot of you guys already talked about this, but I just saw droids, right? I just saw a bunch of droids, and you see R2D2, you see some other like BB-8s and things like that, and Grogu for some reason. I don't know why Grogu was there, but the first thing that I thought was, okay, they're teasing either overall Star Wars hot toys that they've already teased, Dark Side, Phantom Menace, and things like that. And to me, I don't necessarily think that whatever figure or is pictured here is the ones that they're going to actually announce, right? But they're just kind of saying like, okay, there's some droids that are coming, right? So just so here's a tease. That's kind of how I understood it. So I kind of thought about maybe this. So the unfinished C-3PO from the Phantom Menace, I was thinking like, well, maybe they would do this. I don't know how they would actually do this in a hot toy, but that's kind of where it went to in my mind. But
this one would be a fun one too. This one would be a fun one. If they did that, depending on how they did it, you could easily go in there. And granted, it may take some time. You could add those little wires in there yourself. Make it feel a bit busier with the wires. Kind of have them jutted out, kind of how you want. You could do a lot with this.
Yeah, and then in the because I saw it, I think it was on the Facebook post of Hot Toys, and there was a bunch of hashtags Dark Side. So I was like, okay, well, maybe they're just focusing on Dark Side, even though a lot of these are not really Dark Side, right? R2D2, BB-8, they're not. And like I said, I don't know why Grogu's there, but I'll start with you, Mr. Danny Spotchka, just very quickly here, because I know a lot of you guys already talked about this. But what was your initial thoughts when you saw this picture here?
I kind of laughed, I'm not gonna lie, because this is one of those photos that I saw when I woke up right before I went to work. I was like, the K2SO pose was just kind of funny to me. I was trying to think of like what droid this would be like referring to. Like they've made quite a few droids. Austin said behind the scenes in one of our group chats that a droidica could be really cool to see, just because that is a Phantom Menace droid right there. I could see C-3PO happening from episode 1. Honestly, though, yeah, I think they've made plenty of droids. I would like to see more, like they've been teasing the dark side characters. I think this is just kind of advertising what they've already made. Because a lot of these figures here, like you can get a KX Enforcer droid, you can get a name skipping me, the Bounty Hunter droid right there, R2D2. You can get a BB-8 pretty easily too. So
yeah,
I think this is just kind of getting everybody hyped up for May 4th, given that it's right around the corner. It's like a week away. So
yeah. And then how about you, Mr. Brick Artemis?
Yeah, I'm starting to think that a lot of these pictures that they're kind of posting are just to get us hyped for May the 4th. Maybe nothing really is actually being released, such as a droid, but just kind of like, hey, something is coming for Star Wars around the 4th, whether it's a week after. It's Hot Toys, it's never on the 4th, but week after, around that time. But then I start thinking too, like there are some droids that we haven't gotten, like you mentioned, the Phantom Menace, C-3PO, and C-3PO, any version is not in this photo, so that's like, well, why would they keep him out? And then another thing too, like, is there something photoshopped out of this photo of this picture in the front. I feel like there might be something in the front, and they'll add it later, or add a couple different droids later, like, you know, each. And I think Grogu back there is like a little Easter egg. Maybe it's a hint or something like that. But what it is, I have no idea. I know we've been talking about the dark side stuff too, and you know, you have that droid up there for Darth Maul, and you know, we could get like another Darth Maul or something to put with them, somehow Photoshop it in. But I think it could be something like that, where every time they post that picture back up, there'll be something new added to it. Now that's just my dream. I don't know. I'm probably way off, but it'd be kind of cool if they did that.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, last time from May the 4th, they didn't really announce that many figures, right? I just remember the Palpatine from Clone Wars, and I don't remember what other ones that were announced. But I think this time, I think we could expect more actual figures for May the 4th, or do you guys think something else?
I think we could.
Anniversary thing.
Sorry, what was that?
With the Phantom Menace anniversary, I think they could announce a couple figures from that line.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, let's go ahead. Dan the Bat Fan, what were your initial thoughts on this photo?
I saw it more of like a post of appreciating the previous droid releases and getting everybody hyped up for May the 4th. But I could definitely see some droids being announced. C-3PO from Phantom Menace, definitely. That's also a figure I really want to have in my collection. I think next to Qui-Gon, it would look awesome. And if we get a young Annie, that would work too. And I also think they showed a battle droid on the stat. It's a vehicle thing, but they never announced it. I think it was also from episode 1. I think it's still on Sideshow, but it has never been announced. So maybe that is also coming for Phantom Menace for the anniversary. Okay. So I could see some droids happening for sure.
Then how about you, Mr. Austin Nicholas?
Yeah, man. So with this, what is Hot Toys doing? No one knows, but it's fun to speculate for sure. I think of this as just a fun tease, and just kind of draw hype, which it's doing, right? This has been floating around absolutely everywhere, so it's working. I mean, my number one would be a Droidica. I mean, that's absolutely what I would want from this. Forlom, I'm sure would be really popular too from Empire Strikes Back. But Droidica would be my number one. That'd be my most wanted.
Okay, how about you, Mr. Dilo?
Yeah, we you're right. We did talk about this recently a few times, and at first I thought it was a thing. Then they kept dropping more photos of other things, and so now we just have a bunch of photos of stuff, and we have no idea what we're talking about anymore. So I have no idea what this means. This can mean literally everything, or it can mean absolutely nothing. And we're just gonna get cos babies this year. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this yet. But all the time, it's exciting. Part of me is like, okay, Hot Toys is really making an effort to get us excited for May 4th. I like that. Mm-hmm. Another part of me is thinking, man, someone in the marketing department didn't realize they dropped this a month too early, so now they have no choice. So they have to continue to give us photos to continue to get us hyped up because we sent this one. I don't know. I can tell you what I want. I want that. That is something I definitely want for sure. So put that on the list. Check. Take my money, please. But I mean, obviously, I think the big one for me, if I'm going to keep it episode 1, I gotta get my Obi-Wan. I mean, Padawan Obi-Wan is like so high on the list at this point for as many years I've been collecting Hot Toy Star Wars figures that I'm like, every year we don't get it, I just want to pull my hair out because like, why are we not getting this figure yet? So I hope this is a sign of things like that to come. I really hope there's really big surprises for us. I don't want to, I know I kind of put that out there, but I really don't want cos babies. Just full disclosure, I don't want those. But yeah,
Howard heard you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, so you don't say, Mr. Dilo. Consider it done, sir. But no, I think I don't want to get too excited because kind of history is showing us that it's not always what we think it's going to be come May 4th. But I'm trying to be positively optimistic here that this is the year we get something big like an Obi-Wan from episode 1, so we can complete that Qui-Gon Darth Maul fight scene. Or obviously C-3PO has been on their radar recently between episode 2 and Return of the Jedi, so maybe we get this one. That'd be great as well too. But honestly, anything, quite frankly, from episode 1 would be great to have at this point. I'd be happy with anything.
Anakin with the pod racer, D'Lo?
What's that, buddy?
Anakin with a pod racer?
That's cool, but I know there's no way I can like fit that anywhere in my house. So
Right.
I'll be
Hang
realistic.
it on the
that-
ceiling, man, from the ceiling, you know?
Yeah, right. Just
Watch
kind
your
of put
head
in a
as you walk
ceiling
in,
fan
yeah.
or something like that. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
right.
not?
Now that is pod racing.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine that? You make that and I do what you guys are recommending, and I'm on an episode of Wolfpack and just it flies and boinks me in the head because it falls off. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. If that happens, Spotchka, I will admire it from afar and hope you all the best. You can have it, man. It's all yours.
All right. Then you
I
need a some
absolutely
bull
love a
to
pod racer.
that.
What's up, Austin?
I would love a pod racer.
Where would you put it?
Well, I haven't said it on a live stream yet. I've said it to Danny behind the scenes, but I'm gonna redo my room.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Sneak peek.
very
of-
cool.
Stay tuned.
All right.
Dang.
You heard it. You heard it here first. Yomo saying unfinished C3PO would be really cool, and yes, this would be a doper for me. 6Scale Mafia dropping by here. What up, fellas? Hello there, Mr. Mafia. Thanks so much for being here. Wow, thank you so much. And then Mr. Mafia getting his flowers here from Yomo and Austin Nicholas and D'Lo.
D'Lo the fan.
Chilling, rearranging display, taking a break. So let's see here. Adrian Cervantes saying, D'Lo, that hat you have on is fire.
Don't tell him that.
It's Adrian,
Why not?
thanks, homie. Mr.
Wait,
Where'd
hey.
you get that? Cody dropping by here. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Danny, if you ever have to go against D'Lo in your what is the game called?
Oh, the figure
Figure
stock matchup.
Okay, figure stock. Okay, D'Lo, you gotta wear like one of your WWE belts.
Ooh, you know, I got one hanging right above me right here.
Don't enable him, bro. I would like to keep my throne, damn it. Austin.
I want to be entertained.
I need to get
Those
a
are fun.
belt for the champion. I'm trying to get one so I can melt that to whoever the champion is. In this case, Mr. Danny Spotchka,
Ooh, you got a
so
lot of
that
trust
he
in
could
people.
have it. But I mean, the ones that I see online, they're like very, very expensive, and the ones that I see cheap are like really small ones, like very tiny ones.
Hey,
So I'm still looking
I
for
would
one.
recommend a 6-scale belt.
Yeah, that'd
A
be
six
cool.
scale
That
belt.
would be
Okay.
sick.
I will donate $25 to the cause.
Okay,
I
all right.
was
Well,
go for a statue.
I'll
built in-
I'll donate $1.50. No,
so that was my goal eventually, but we'll see what happens there. Next one here. Again, you guys have seen this more on social media and things like that. So we have these specific, dark side characters here: Darth Maul, Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, Count Dooku. The 2.0s that I would want this because I don't have them or I don't have them on pre-order would be Darth Maul from Phantom Menace and Count Dooku from Attack of the Clones. So those are the two that I would like if they're actually going to do this. Again, it could be just another misdirect, just a tease or whatever the case here. So, that doesn't mean that they're actually going to do these. But just looking at these four right here, which one do you guys actually think they'll actually do? Let's start with Danny Spotchka.
I was about to say, man, the photographer is clearly a Battlefront 2 Heroes and Villains player. Little reference there. I like that. I don't think they're honestly going to make any of these in 2.0. Like we said earlier with the droids, like I think this is honestly just to hype everybody up. I know you and Austin really, really wants a Dooku 2.0. That's the 1.0 right there, though. I don't see them really doing a 2.0. We've seen, like, if they're going to make a figure, they'll tease it in the background of something like with that new Anakin, right? With, Ahsoka. So I think it's a little too close for them to be, teasing this and then it'd be a brand new figure. They could throw us for a loop, release it, but if anything, just re-release a Dooku so Austin and you were happy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I want this. I want this Count Dooku and the Darth Maul. You know, there's plenty of options, right? For Darth Maul, there's plenty out there, but I want specifically the one from Phantom Menace. So when they tease Phantom Menace Hot Toys for this year, 25th anniversary. I'm ready for it. I'm definitely ready for it. Mr. Dilo the Collector, I know you talked about this before too, but what are your quick thoughts on it?
Well, which one do I think would be possibly 2.0 from this group?
Right.
Let's see here. Well, I think Maul's probably got the best shot if I had to take an educated guess on this here, just because it's probably second oldest to the Kylo Ren, because that's the one from the Last Jedi. So it's not even the latest one, it's the Last Jedi. We just got Vader. We have another Vader on the way. So I'm not sure if that's realistic to ask for or expect collectors to be excited about again. Dooku's the one that everybody wants. I think we know all that there. But, there's a possibility for him as well, too. The only thing I wonder about for him is it would probably either be two scenarios we get another Dooku. Scenario one, it is a Count Dooku from Revenge of the Sith. Or curveball, Count Dooku, but not Count Dooku, Jedi Dooku from Tales of the Jedi.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
So,
All right. I
but
like that.
that's a coin toss. We'll see.
How about you, Austin Nicholas?
Man, I'm going to will it into existence. It's going to be Dooku. It's going to be Dooku. One, I think they can add more to this. It can be some subtle things like a wired cape, right? Like on his cloak, just add a wire to that so you can add some like cool poses and whatnot. You can do some small touches to improve it. And I absolutely need him in my collection. And right now, you could pick up the version 1 for like $350, and I just don't want to right now. I've been playing a long waiting game with this, and I'm going to continue until I get that 2.0.
Okay. Dan the Batman.
Or Darth Jar Jar.
Oh, Darth Jar Jar. Okay. How about you, Dan?
Yeah, I think most likely it's definitely Darth Maul. Due to the anniversary of Phantom Menace. I mean, he's on the logo for the anniversary, so I think there's definitely a 2.0 coming. Count Dooku. I have the 1.0 version, and I think it's pretty solid release, and I don't know how they can improve on that one. But yeah, a wired cape would be nice. And yeah, I'm hoping for Austin that it happens so that he can finally get his Dooku. And with Dooku, I think, because Dennis Bochka also mentioned Battlefront 2. If you played the game, there are also 2 other outfits from the Clone Wars show, like one from the Sith Ritual, which he had with Palpatine. I think if they would release the Dooku with that outfit, that would also be they won't pre-order for me.
Dan, don't forget the episode with Dooku in his pajamas.
That's a skin too, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not crazy on that one.
Dude, that's my main solo suit when I'm playing Battlefront 2, Dan. Is Dooku in the pajamas, because he's a beast in that game, bro.
Wow.
It's probably because, he's more like aerodynamic. He doesn't have like that cloak, kind of pulling against his shoulders. That's probably what it is.
It's the same fighting style in the game, but it's just because he's so swift and elegant, dude. He's such a badass.
That episode was also nice in the Clone Wars, where he's fighting Ventress and the Night Sisters. Kicks their ass.
Then how about you, Mr. Brick Artemis? I don't think you haven't talked about this yet, right?
No. If I had to choose one, I would choose Maul. I think that's the most likely because once again, the Phantom Menace and everything coming. I think we get different head sculpts, or at least a third head sculpt. But I kind of think they're doing this to kind of, because I think they listen at least somewhat, and maybe they're wanting to hear from us. A lot of people will say no, they don't care. They're just going to do whatever. But maybe they are like, oh, what would they want out of these? Or it's none of that, and it's a you know, a Sith that isn't shown here, like the Palpatine, which, you know, we got a picture of that as well. So I think it was just kind of like what I was saying about the droids was, hey, something else is coming. You know, here's some Siths, and get ready. We're gonna add another one to the mix. So I don't know, it could be anything.
Yeah, I would want a Palpatine, and I think I heard Dilo in another stream that you would want that Revenge of the Sith Palpatine.
Yes.
That is what I would want too. It was one of my fantasy figure characters a couple months ago, so I would definitely want that Revenge of the Sith Palpatine. I don't know if they're going to do it this year, but maybe for the anniversary next year, 2025.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but and then how about this? I don't know how likely this is, but maybe you guys can tell me here. So this was teased a long time ago.
Oh, you about to pull up? Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on this? Let's start with you, Danny Spotchka.
Yeah, man. I remember when this was announced. Was this last year with the May 4th event, or around that time period? I don't remember. I remember this is around the time we had just started doing Copper Drop together, and yeah, I remember Steve was really excited for this thing, and it never actually got announced. So
Yeah.
much like a lot of the other things, like the Bat Computer and Jedi Starfighter and N1 Starfighter, and the list goes on and on and on. I don't see them actually revisiting this and doing this. Maybe down the line, you know, when I say down the line, I think of like really, really down the line when Hot Toys just maybe movies get dry and they just aren't the big thing in pop culture anymore, and they're running out of ideas. Maybe we'll get more diorama pieces, but it just doesn't seem like they like doing that too much. They seem to be more focused on figures, producing as many figures as they can. So,
What are your thoughts, Dilo, on this?
Yeah, so this it's been around a lot longer than a year. Actually, it's been around since I've been collecting all these years ago. So yeah, it's
wow.
it's something that used to pop up in San Diego Comic Cons and stuff like that and displays. It's a really good piece there. The only problem is that the likeness, like as far as like you can't license somebody like this here. This is just a regular actor or whatever there. So they'd have to pay royalties for something like this here. So it's challenging for them. Right. So that's why we never got in something like this one here before. So it's just kind of, this is more of a flex by Hot Toys of what they can do. But I mean, I would love to have this as well too. I mean, can you imagine having this with like Stormtrooper in disguise, Han and Luke? You know what I mean? How awesome is this? A perfect set for something like that? Sure. Yeah. Right. But yeah, something like this, like, you understand, Hot Toys is always looking at how they can find a way to reuse or repurpose something. So anytime they give you anything, it's designed to obviously to push units, but obviously they're going to make more money on the second iteration of whatever they're going to give you as opposed to the first time. So you got to look at it from that perspective. If you're going to find Hot Toys doing something, you always got to realize that they're going to find a way to duplicate that again to get their money out of the R&D. So something like this is kind of like a more one and done situation, unless something happens in like a future TV show or movie that the same exact display can be reproduced again. So something like this is kind of always going to be in the graveyard just because it's not practical for them to continue to make over and over again and make their money out of it. That's just not their way of doing business.
Okay. Austin Nicholas, what do you think? What is the likelihood of this?
I think anytime soon, very, very unlikely. Yeah, I just don't see them doing this particular thing. I mean, Dilo kind of summed it up a lot better than I could.
How about you, Mr. Dan, the Bat fan?
Yeah, I think it won't be happening anytime soon. Probably end up on the Hot Toys graveyard. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it because it's been a while since we had some New Hope releases. I think actually quite a long while. And yeah, A New Hope deserves more love, more figures. And especially because the older figures are so pricey to get. So yeah, a new release would be nice, but yeah, I don't see it happening.
And then Brick, are you going to give me any new hope on the possibility of this figure here?
Oh yeah, we're getting this officially announced within the year. So this year will be announced. I'm not saying it's going to come with the diorama base, but we're getting this figure announced 2024. I don't even know if I believe myself, but yeah, I'll give you that false hope.
Sometimes you gotta will it into existence, Brick. You
Yep,
know, sometimes
yep.
you just gotta say it.
And now if it does, I can say, hey, I said it was. You know, you heard it here first.
Right.
Big fat
Yeah,
shut up,
not
D-Lo,
like
it's
they're
coming
just
out.
toys anyway.
Now it's
Yeah.
going to be the May 4th announcement.
Right.
That'd be crazy. Let's see here. We have some comments here in the live chat. Larry, the SDS guys. Hey, everybody. Hello there, Mr. Larry. Thanks so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I think I'm just saying hello to Mr. Larry there. Okay, so I think we're good with the chat there. Okay, so it looks like we're about to enter the fantasy figure zone. So we're about to enter that right now here. So again, every time I message you guys, my guests, and ask you what is that one figure, 1/6 scale figure that you would like either Hot Toys or in art to manufacture, whether one that they've never done, a 2.0, a 3.0. We're not worried about licenses, right? So you don't have to worry about, in art doesn't have the license for whatever Star Wars. Let's just assume that they are. But Hot Toys or in art, you guys gave me your picks, your choices, and like always, very different selections there. And it's always fun to do this here. So who should we start with first? So let's start with the individual who hasn't done this before, Mr. D-Lo. So this is your fantasy figure from Highlander. Take it away.
Yes. And so again, showing my age here once again here, but I can't help myself. This is one of my
29.
personal favorites. Yep. Saw this when I was just 1 year old. Saw this movie. No, this is Highlander, and this is Connor McLeod, all-time classic character. Fun fact, they're actually remaking this movie now, and aka Henry Cavill, aka Superman, is now going to be playing this character. But it's a cool concept. It's basically, you have a whole bunch of people who are mortals, and basically they have to fight each other to be the final person who, reigns supreme in the universe. So it's a pretty cool movie just because they use badass looking swords. You see people with like long blades, samurai. I mean, everybody has like different unique styles, and it's always just kind of unique because every movie ends with like this climactic huge battle between two immortals, and just basically you don't know who's going to win. So it's a fun ride. I definitely recommend watching it there. At least part 1, skip part 2. But yeah. I've always loved this movie here. It's been one of my favorites. It was something I watched with my dad, and he used to collect replica swords from that movie as I was growing up there. So I'm like 5-10 years old with huge samurai blades in my house, just kind of hung up anywhere. So
Wait, D-Lo is a generational collector. That was that tidbit he just
That's
put
cool.
in there.
Yeah. No, this was definitely like a memory unlocked for me here, just because that's something I used to do. And I had 2 things. We used to love watching this movie here, and we were G.I. Joe guys. That was our thing there. So yeah, my dad would buy 2 sets of G.I. Joes, like the small ones, the 3 3/4 ones. Like he would buy one so I can play with them, and he'd buy a second set, and we would use like a BB gun and like use it as target practice. So that was kind of like our fun little thing we used to do. He used to piss off my mom, but we loved doing that after school. So yeah. So those are some fun stuff that we did there. But yeah, I would love to have this figure, especially this one. This is him back in his home country. He's eternal, so he gets older and he looks more like us in modern times, but this is his Braveheart style moment over here. So I would love to have this one here, just to have that in the collection. That would be sick. It can be Hot Toys, in art, heck, it can be present toys. I don't care. If someone made this one, I would have to really consider it. That's how much I'd love to have this figure. So yeah, I figure I'd throw something different out there besides an Iron Man or something.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that, D-Lo. And to be honest, I haven't seen Highlander. I know it's one of those movies that I always hear about, read about, but I actually haven't seen it. I will put it on my list to watch it. I did hear that the second one, and you yourself confirmed, I heard that the second one is complete garbage. I don't know to what level.
You can skip that.
But
yeah.
But I did hear that was really, really bad. But yeah, so, and this is the actor, is that Christopher Lambert?
Yeah,
is that
aka Raiden, baby, from Mortal Kombat.
Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
He looked familiar. Okay.
Yeah, that's Raiden right there, man.
Yeah, so there you go. There, that came out was that in the 80s or 90s when this first movie came out?
80s.
It was in the 80s. Okay.
Yeah, it's such an 80s movie. The soundtrack is awesome. The cars look cool. The babes were hot. It was classic 80s.
Yeah, I'll definitely look for it somewhere on streaming, but I'll definitely watch this. Austin Nicholas, what are your thoughts on D'Lo's pick?
Yeah, I know I've seen Highlander as a kid. Granted though, I had no idea what it was about. Like when you first brought it up, I was trying to like remember what I knew about it, and it was absolutely nothing. So just no attachment to this. It'd be a no for me.
Dan, the Bat fan.
I'll add it to my list though.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what? The
Highlander. What are your thoughts on D'Lo's pick?
I watched the first movie, but in a long time. But I remember quite enjoying it. Sean Connery was in that one, right? Also, right? In the first one.
Was he D'Lo? Was
Sean Connery? Yeah, Sean Connery was in the movie too. Yep,
he was in it. Okay.
Yeah, he was like his mentor, because he's
Right.
a new like Eternal basically. So basically, that was like Sean Connery was his mentor in the movie, so he taught him how to fight and all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
Man.
It shows you like
Yeah.
it shows like flashbacks, like in certain times, like during the Renaissance, they kind of meet. It's. I don't want to spoil it if somebody really genuinely is going to watch it. If you guys don't, I won't, no hard feelings, but it is it's worthwhile. It's like an hour and 30 something minute movie. It's definitely a
I miss
popcorn
those
flick.
run times.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching it. Any other thoughts, Dan, before we move on to Mr. Brick Artemis?
No, I would check the movie out again. I think.
Wait, rooted or sculpted hair, D'Lo? If you had to choose, right? I know you earlier you said you didn't really care about in art, Hot Toys,
question.
present toys, as long as you kind of get the figure.
Yeah,
But do you still have that same preference with the sculpted or rooted? Just as long as you can have the figure, you'd be happy.
yeah, great question. Well, obviously, the easy answer is like yes. I don't care either way. But if you're asking if I have a preference, I will always say long hair needs to be rooted. That's just my humble opinion, because when it comes to long hair, and if it's sculpted, instantly I'm worried about articulation or messing up the outfit, scruffing the whatever materials used. It'll wear very quickly if you tend to move the sculpt a lot there. But if it's rooted, you can have at it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I would take it either way. But if someone said, "Hey, you can choose," I would choose rooted.
Got it.
How about you, Brick Artemis?
I feel like I've seen bits and pieces of this movie after you brought up Sean Connery. I'm like, okay, I might have seen some of this, but I definitely have not seen it from beginning to end. For a second, I thought it was that movie that Whoopi Goldberg is in, and like she goes to the past, or somebody goes to the past or the future. I don't even remember what that was called. Anyways, but it's not that, obviously.
Wait, is that a Whoopi Goldberg movie? Because like nothing has come to mind.
It's a Whoopi.
I don't remember
know
that scene in
Whoopi
Sister
Goldberg in
Act.
it.
That's the only thing that came to my mind was Sister Act.
She plays in that dinosaur movie too. I forgot,
what is-
Rex or something like that.
There's
What's that
something
dinosaur?
Honestly,
in time, something
I'm
in time
sidetracking
or
here.
something like that.
I can't.
Yeah,
think
you
of
see,
it.
yeah, Gio, you're getting it.
What
But,
was
I
it?
think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, go ahead.
Something time.
I have to look this up.
I really
now.
do want to watch this movie now. You guys do a really good job at selling films for me. So
You guys
definitely
are
have
gonna
to
love
look
it
into
though.
this.
When
And I-
Superman does Connor McLeod, this remake of this
Yeah.
year, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, so this is what that old guy D'Lo was talking about." Yeah,
And I did hear that Cavill's playing in the new Highlander. So I've heard the name Highlander, but I never really connected it until Sean Connery, like I said. But I mean, if the figure came out, I'd probably pass unless I really like the movie or like the Cavill remake. So, but no, really, really good choice. I like how different it is. That's something like I love Braveheart. That's one of my top movies as well. And it has that vibe, that the sword kind of, the big blade. But yeah, I mean, something I would love to watch for the first time.
All right. How about you, Danny Spacho? Have you seen Highlander?
I have not seen Highlander. It's one of those, I know, showing my age once again in this stream, but I've not seen this movie. I'll add it to my list as well, Devo. This is one of those movies like, when you're at Goodwill and you see a bunch of VHSs. As a kid, I got this movie
Yeah.
break, kind of confused for the same movie. So add it to my list. Though. Doesn't he kind of look like what's the guy's name that played the Punisher in 2004? It looks like
Thomas Jane?
Oh, it
look
does.
Yeah, a
Thomas
little bit. Yeah.
Wow, he actually does.
Yeah, you're
it does.
right. Good call out there. Yeah,
Same
this
eyes.
is like a weird looking photo of him. I never actually quite seen this photo before, but yeah, I mean, I guess
If he
it
Batman-
kind of does look like
Batman
Punisher
cuts
now.
his
You say,
hair
yeah,
and dyes it black, dude. I could totally see that.
yeah. Just anytime anybody sees it, the first thing you got to say is like, yeah, that's Raiden right there from the first movie.
Rated. I actually, I almost put a clip of him playing Raiden before
Oh, yeah?
showing the image of this, just to sidetrack.
Like
that real
Raiden
quick.
famous, I don't think so. Where he holds up his
Right,
face.
exactly. That clip, that clip
Yeah.
is the one that I was gonna look for, but I forgot. I just ran out of time. But
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna do.
I took this question to heart when Gio came to me and asked me this question. I was like, I'm gonna pick the most random thing no one will pick for sure. So I was like, yeah,
And I like that. I
So-
like that because we get some different, picks
Yeah.
people that may not even know about. Like in this case, very few of us have actually seen it. So, and now at least I am for sure going to watch it. A lot of you guys said that you're probably going to watch it. So, and then they're doing that remake with Cavill. So,
yeah. If it's Cavill, you guys are gonna watch that one for sure. So like,
Yeah.
hopefully that one. He's a big nerd, so he's gonna be true to the source material regardless of what anybody wants him to do. What's what I like about him. So even if you skip the one that I'm saying, I'm pretty sure anything with Cavill in it, it's gonna be pretty like faithful to the source material. So yeah. No pressure, boys. You can watch a Henry Cavill one. I won't hold it against you.
we have Fred Hollis. The force is strong with this one. So thanks so much, Fred Hollis. I don't think I've seen you in the live chat before, so welcome. Collection Obsession says, "Hi all, I am late. Thanks so much for being here, Mr. Collection Obsession. Greatly appreciate it." Austin saying hello to Collection Obsession. My favorite movie character is Godzilla. So there you go, Brick. Godzilla right there. Collector
sir.
Joy, some target practice on a crosshair. Fire. OG Raiden, says Yomo. So yeah, it's 1995 Mortal Kombat and not the 1997 Raiden. Hi Joy and Austin says Collection Obsession. All right, so let's move on to the second pick, and this one's from Mr. Austin Nicholas and Sam and Dean from Supernatural. Go ahead, Mr. Austin.
Okay, so kind of same as D-Lo. I was trying to think outside the box, and I didn't want to go like the typical like Jurassic Park. So I really want to think of something that I didn't think you guys would choose, and that's very unique and special, at least to me. This is Supernatural. You follow Sam and Dean Winchester. They're hunters, family business. They hunt down and fight and kill evil. This was a show that me, my mom, my brother, we would like religiously watch. Like this is one of those shows like really brought us together. And not only would we just watch it, we'd like literally just talk about it, or we'd binge it on a weekend. It's one of those shows that we had like all the seasons of growing up. So like periodically we would just throw it on like randomly, or like my mom would have it on. I'd come in from inside or outside and come in and sit down. We'll just hang out. And even now, like it got brought up like a month ago. My mom's rewatching it. So this is one of those like near and dear to my heart. Yeah, I would absolutely love a Sam and Dean in my collection.
Doesn't this have like 15 plus seasons?
15 seasons. Yeah, it ran from 2005 to 2020.
Yeah, I never seen this show. I heard it was good, but I never actually seen it.
It's definitely one of those shows now. Like I view it through like nostalgic lenses, so I'm definitely really biased. But like the first season is for sure kind of like little CW campy, super serious in some scenes. Dialogue's a little silly, but like, you grow to love it.
Okay. Dan, the Bat Fan, have you seen this show? What are your thoughts?
Sadly, I haven't seen Supernatural. Might have to check out the first season. So yeah, can't really say much about it, but hopefully,
Wait, Dan. So connection for you. So Jensen Ackles has voiced the Red Hood and Under the Red Hood, and Jensen Ackles also voiced Batman in The Long Halloween Part 1 and 2. Like, There's
Oh, yeah.
he's a huge like Batman fan. There's like cosplay pictures of his from like 2010 of him like dressing up as the Red Hood, and like he did all this like photography shoot for it because he's such a big fan.
And a lot of people want him to play Batman in the James Gunn movies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Eddie Muschietti's Brave and the Bold. He's actually advocating to play Batman in that movie. So
The other actor. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jared Padalecki, the other actor.
The other actor. I don't know the names, but one of them was in the Friday the 13th.
Jared
Ah,
Padalecki.
yeah.
reboot.
I was thinking,
It was him. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I thought. Okay. Mr. Brick Artemis. So what are your thoughts on that?
I watched Supernatural. I want to say the first 4 or 5 seasons, and then it just kind of I stopped watching. I don't know, but I kind of always it was kind of like Walking Dead, where you still hear what's going on, what's going on with the brothers and the dad and whatnot. I would say if this came with that '67 Impala, that would be pretty nice too. You know, have a little vehicle to go along with it. But yeah, definitely a really good show, especially while I was in high school. I was high school from 04 to 08, something like that. So yeah, this is something more so like from that age of my life, and would be kind of cool. I would agree with this one. Pretty sweet.
Wasn't the dad the actor who played the comedian in
Egan. Yeah.
Watchmen?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dean Morgan. Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts, Danny Spachka?
Yeah, he's also in the new season of The Boys, which is exciting. And speaking of The Boys, I have
yeah,
Jensen
that's
Ackles' Soldier Boy in the collection. So yeah, I think it'd be cool to get more Jensen Ackles characters in 1/6 scale. Bring them all. I've seen clips and episodes here and there. I used to watch this with my grandfather here and there because it was one of those shows he'd put on in the background. You know, I'd go over to his refrigerator and rate it for Dr. Pepper, and I look over and I have this memory of I think it's Dean who there's an episode where he's in hell and he's just strapped to a bunch of chains and he's just screaming, and I just remember like
Damn.
scared little spots. Like, what the fuck, man?
I was like, what the hell's going on over there?
They're right, and I was like, this is on TV because like I've always been like a little movie nerd enthusiast. I was like, what are they allowing on cable television now? Like, what is this? Yeah, so good pick, Austin.
Yeah. Let's look at the live chat here. Aaron Collects, what's up, fam? Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Aaron Collects. Hope to have you on the show soon. All-star panel, he says. Completely agree. All right, so let's move on to the next one here. The next choice is Dan the Bat Fan, which is the Predator from
I'm in.
Predator 2.
I knew it.
So take it away, Dan.
yeah. Well, if you didn't know, I'm also a big fan of the Alien and Predator franchises. And yeah, when it comes to Predator, I mean, Hot Toys tackled most of them, but the City Hunter definitely needs a 2.0 because, yeah, the first release, he had the wrong eye color, the biomass was inaccurate, and yeah, the mandibles were inaccurate. So this one definitely deserves a 2.0, and it is also my favorite Predator, the City Hunter. I prefer him over the Jungle Hunter and all the other ones. I think he's just badass. And yeah, Predator 2, a guilty pleasure film for me too. I love it.
Mr. Brick Artemis, what are your thoughts?
Man, I think we just need more Predator figures in general, especially today. I haven't been around with Hot Toys like long enough to be around during those days, other than Prey, which is coming out, which is cool. But I want to have like a no kidding OG Predator come out. Just bring them all. I want Predator back, Terminator, Alien. I want all of that, 80s nostalgia to come back into the Hot Toys game. So I'm 100% on board with this.
Okay. Spotchka.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of with Brick. Giving me all the Predators. I'm actually kind of debating on the Prey one now because I actually thoroughly enjoyed that movie. So I'm probably going to pick that one up. So that'll be my first Predator figure. And yeah, man, this looks like it's from Predator. What is it? 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the one where it takes place in the city. So it'd be cool to give you like some kind of like building backdrop with this. That'd be cool. Yeah, dude. In the future, I would like to add like a Predator and a Xenomorph in my collection. So
That'd be nice.
hopefully from Romulus, man.
How about you, Mr. Dilo?
Oh, 1000% yes on this for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's for me it would be the Jungle Predator personally, and if we can make that a 2-pack with Dutch, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character,
Yeah.
man, I might just retire from collecting. That right there would be perfect. I'm a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, so heck yeah, if I can get me a Predator and sneak in a Dutch Arnold Schwarzenegger figure, dude, take my money.
Get
That's
to
just
the
Thanos
chopper.
sitting at the sunset moment, D'Lo.
Yep. I mean, at that point, like, what do I else have to prove in collecting? I got it all. I got my Arnold. It's all good.
How about you, Austin?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a massive Predator fan. Yeah, I would day one pre-order this, but I love D'Lo's idea too. Jungle Hunter and Dutch 2-pack, absolutely. And is it Scar from AVP?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then he's up there too. Honestly, any Predator that comes out, I will 100% pre-order as of now.
Now, question for D'Lo and Austin, real quick: would you rather have that 2-pack, or would you rather have an AVP 2-pack?
Oof.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna say, I'll break the ice. I'm gonna go AVP 2-pack, only
Same.
because I have so much love for the first Predator and Dutch. I do. I rewatch Alien versus Predator more, and like I still remember watching that movie, and it just blew my mind. Like it was a Freddy versus Jason experience for me, of like these two massive franchises that like I loved were just merging, and like it blew my mind as a kid, like that this was happening, that this was going on.
Yeah.
You know, and when I first watched it as a kid, I loved it. I just rewatched all the Predator movies with Rachel a few months back, maybe last year at this point, leading up into Prey. And once again, dude, I was still so excited to watch AVP again. So yeah, I'd probably go with that 2-pack. It has those cool accessories, you know, obviously holding like the xenomorph head and whatnot in the tail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. I'm still gonna go with my Dutch Predator 2-pack. That's just for me. That just tops it there.
That's your
So-
setting scene.
Wait,
Gotcha.
is Dutch muddy or clean?
Ooh, I don't care, man. But you know what?
Yeah.
I would love Muddy Dutch.
That's
That
what I'm
sounds really
thinking.
funny
Muddy
saying that out loud.
Dutch.
Muddy Dutch. Muddy
Look,
Dutch.
look, that would actually sway my mind. Like
Dude.
like the muddy Dutch, you could create an awesome dio.
Like with the man-made crossbow,
Yeah.
right? And then he's got the torch as well
Ooh,
too.
Ooh.
Giant machete. Yeah.
Think about all the
Yeah.
cool things you can add to that display, like the setup
Oh, yeah.
around them.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's like a diorama easy one right there,
Yeah.
you know? Like, gosh, can you imagine the type of photos you can get out of like a figure set like that? That like, yeah, you can be busy for months with that set alone.
Definitely. Fred Hall is saying, how many of you see the Prime One studio video of all the new statues they are planning to come out with?
Oh, Brick and I did. We did our
it's
homework.
Pretty sick. We
Oh,
sure
yeah?
did.
I haven't,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Dude, need that Godzilla -1. But I don't
there's-
have money, so won't be
Oh.
that.
How much is
Oh,
it?
dude, it looks I've been hearing they haven't officially announced the price, but I hear people somebody told me 1,500, somebody said probably $3,000. So, but it is, man, it's massive. And you got
Can
like
you see
little
it,
people
right?
running with like the bus and everything. It's a huge diorama piece. It's amazing.
Bro, send that to me. That sounds.
I will.
Oh,
We have Aunt Jemima saying a muddy Dutch sounds kind of sketchy. It says here. All right, so I think we're caught up there. I think, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to everyone got a chance to go, right? To talk about the figure, because sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget here, but let's move on to Danny Spotchka's pick. So we have Invincible Mark.
Mm.
There you go, Danny. Go ahead.
Dang.
yeah, man. So if you saw Austin Nicholas's awesome ass video on the top 10 third-party video figures in his collection, you would have noticed that Invincible was in there. And his figure looks really sick. But for me, for animated figures, at least for this IP, I would really, really love if they would just give me a cell-shaded Invincible / Mark Grayson figure. Give me the battle damage like you see in the picture here. Give me this pose. Okay, I'm okay with it being... I have King Shark in the collection. It's okay if you give me a power pose Invincible. where the cell shading looks weird. If you just do regular articulation, that's fine. I honestly at this point would just be okay with a statue, but since we're hot toy collectors, I would like to see this kind of technology be advanced to be done this way. You know, give it that like kind of Mondo style treatment. Invincible's a really, really good show for anybody who's not watching it. Season 2 just wrapped. To me, that and The Boys are honestly some of the best. I know X-Men 97 is getting a lot of love. These 3 shows are proving the animation can be done right these days. You know, and superhero shows alone. So, give it to me. Give it to me in art. Somebody.
What are your thoughts on Danny's picks, Dilo?
Oh, I love it. I'm a big fan of Invincible as well too. That second season was awesome, and I can't agree more. Honestly, like I know there's a toy. Who's Austin? You have it, right? Toys R made it.
So Toys made
So Toys
and Omni-Man.
Yeah, like honestly, like I wasn't on board with those figures when I first like saw them, but then I watched the 2 seasons back to back, and I was like, what have I been missing out on? This show is incredible. For animation, you're like, what am I watching? This feels, doesn't it somewhat, I mean, I know they're not connected because obviously totally different
Made by
stories.
the same production company.
As The Boys?
Yeah, Seth Rogen's.
I knew there was some, there's like, it just felt like
you're on it.
the styling of it there was just like, man, this feels very Boys-like.
Yeah.
But in animation, I'm like, this is freaking so good. So I'm totally down with Spaska's choice. I would actually think a company like Mondo would be perfect for something like this here. They've been killing it with their figures. The X-Men line is amazing. If you give them this like particular like product here, I mean this particular license, I think they can smash this, honestly. And I'd so be down for both a 2-pack. I'm always a 2-pack like enthusiast. Like in case you haven't noticed, like I want as much as I possibly can because I got all these thoughts of what I want together. So it's just like, yeah, Omni-Man and Invincible together would be perfect. Yeah, I'm with you 100%, dude.
100%. Now that you said Mondo, I'm like, dude, now I want it, right? Because they're killing that Batman animated
They
series.
are, man. Yeah, they've done Batman. They've done Masters of the Universe. They've done Wolverine. They're being the X-Men right now. They're really killing it. I mean, they're the perfect company for something like this. Like they will knock it out the park.
And it could be done right. Like, you're not gonna lie. I was at like a Books a Million or Barnes and Noble like a month back. There was this little like 3 3/4 inch, maybe 6-inch line Invincible. I was so tempted to pick it up because it looks so good. I'm like, why can't we have this in 1/6 scale?
Right.
Really good. Thank you so. But give me the cartoon version, please.
Yeah.
How about you, Austin?
Yeah, like, honestly, you're gonna hear me echo the exact same thing that Danny and D'Lo just did. Invincible is is goated in my opinion. Like it's so new to me, at least. This beats out so much on my list. So it's funny because like I guess I'm kind of, especially with the new YouTube video, I'm kind of known for like third-party figures, but like I still have well over 100 Hot Toys in my collection, and the Invincible and Omni-Man I think would beat out at least half of them.
Damn.
By So Toys, only because I love this show so much, absolutely so much, and I'm one of those people. I think season 1 was actually better than season 2. Season 2 was absolutely fantastic, but season 1 was like, what the hell did I just watch? How it opened and how it ended, mind blowing. Like that's animation. Like, so when people say they don't watch like cartoons or whatnot, Collector Joey, like it blows my mind when we have stuff out there like this. Yeah, any company that makes it, if Mondo made this, absolutely sign me up. I'll be buying it.
All right. How about you, Dan?
I haven't seen the series, but I think I have to check it out because it looks really vicious, and you know I love superhero stuff, so we'll definitely check it out. And yeah, I mean the Saucer Toys figures, they are amazing. I think in general, Saucer Toys, I think it's like one of the top third-party companies, and yeah. As soon as I heard cell shading, I was also thinking of Mondo and the Batman animated series line. So, yeah, hopefully they do some Invincible figures.
Yeah,
Dan,
so I mean,
watch the first episode of Invincible, and it like you'll be hooked, or
Oh, yeah.
or it may not just be for you. But that first episode, at least for me,
Yeah, that ending of that
Hooked.
first episode.
oh
man,
yeah,
like I
Yeah.
planned on just sampling the show and just like giving the first episode a watch just because I heard the hype and stuff. I didn't plan to binge it. Yeah, that's how I spent my day.
Is it on Prime Video or?
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
yes, it's on Prime Video. Yeah, so I really like the show. The second season, the beginning of it wasn't as good as I was hoping it to be, but then it did pick up, and I did overall enjoy season 2. Brick, what are your thoughts?
Well, I don't know if you guys read comic books, but this was a comic series that I read before the show came out, and I am a huge fan of Robert Kirkman. I don't know if you guys know this, but he also drew for The Walking Dead. And what makes this show good is that he's actually doing a lot of the drawing for the series. So it kind of brings that comic series into, a more of a, what do they call that? Animated action? I don't know. Into the show.
He does the writing instead of the drawing.
Who he does? Okay. I thought he was doing a lot of the drawing because they were trying to get him to do Spider-Man or something, and then he had to like leave, and I don't know.
I don't know if
But
it was
maybe you're right.
who did the artwork, because Charlie Adler, who's the one who did Walking Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But like artist wise, oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No,
So no, like this is a really, really cool show. I haven't seen season 2 yet. But I absolutely love season 1. Dude, season 2, like all of a sudden you got Fallout, you have X-Men 97, you have freaking I don't even know what else is out. Shogun, you have I got into Dragon Ball Z at a very late age, don't judge me. And then like it's just a lot of crazy stuff coming out. So yeah, just wild. But yeah, I'd definitely be into this figure for sure. Battle Damage too. Let's go.
All right, I think you guys already went here. Let's look at the live chat real quick here. We have Figurecraft, Mr. Philly saying, "Well, all good-looking guys in here. Happy birthday, Mr. President," says Philly here. Just kidding. Hello, fellas. No Diddy, laugh out loud.
You gotta
says
say
Adrian
it. You just gotta
Cervantes.
say it. Just be careful.
I want that Omni-Man, says Adrian Cervantes there. It is so great, says Austin. I like that alien guy with one eye, which I think is voiced by Seth Rogen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alan the Alien.
I forgot his name. Is it Alien? Yeah. Seth Rogen voices. Oh, you just said that right there. Good taste, Adrian, says Austin Nicholas. I hope they drop Alien as a figure. Also, Omni-Man destroys Homelander with ease.
Watch it.
I mean, there's no comparison. Omni-Man straight murk.
We've
Says,
seen him get his ass kicked. We've only seen Homelander have a nose.
Whoa. Okay, wait.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Homelander relies on just brute strength, just like a bully. Like he never had to do much, right? Omni-Man for thousands of years has conquered and killed like thousands and thousands. You can say billions, right? He's destroyed planet after planet.
Look, just give
That
Homelander
alone,
like he'll be good, bro. We'll kick his ass, no problem.
I don't know.
That
but
alone, man.
a motivated Homelander, that's something I don't think we've seen. So it's kind of hard to gauge that one there. But I'm with Yas. I mean, Omni-Man is a beast. So it would be a good fight for sure.
I mean, look,
I'd
oh
love
man.
to see that.
I want to bring up a defense, but I can't. But think first episode. I feel like
but also, I don't want to really spoil anything for the boys, but just saying, World War soups, okay? Homelander's stronger than he looks. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Facts.
Brick Artemis says Ryan Otley, my bad guys. He also did Spider-Man. Adrian Cervantes saying, what is it? Fox, have you seen the death battle? Omni-Man versus Homelander.
Yes.
Omni-Man wins easy, says Adrian. Aaron Collect says Homelander doesn't come close to Omni-Man. So we got another one there. Omni doesn't come close to Superman. All right, so we're caught up there. I think all you guys already talked about this one here, right? So the next one is Brick's choice,
Let's
which
go.
is Little
Ironic.
Annie
This up earlier, bro.
from Phantom Menace. There you go, Brick. Go ahead.
All right, so you guys are coming out with some different stuff. I know a lot of people have talked about this recently, but I want to go in a little detail here on why I chose this figure. When I was a kid, and I had an aunt that would always send me. I lived in Germany, and she would always send me movies of the OG trilogy. And
Wait, you lived in Germany?
I did, yeah. My father was in the army. I lived in Germany for a few years, and my aunt would send me movies and books of Star Wars, and I could not get into it. It was just, I was probably like 8, 9 years old. It was slow. There were some scenes that were kind of cool, but I couldn't get into it. So when this movie came out in theaters, and I went with my mom to go see it, and there was a boy around my age that I could relate to, all of a sudden Star Wars was cool. You had Jar Jar Binks, which was funny. You had Darth Maul, which was like this scary, demonic looking dude that was like, what's going to happen? Is he going to hurt the kid? Like, what's going on? And then you had pod racing. Pod racing was like the coolest thing that I saw in Star Wars as like an 8, 9-year-old boy. And definitely would love to see young Annie with this. You have to have like the goggles or whatever. It can't just be, the farmer Luke looking Anakin. It has to have the goggles, the whole pod racing outfit. It would definitely be something I would add to my collection, and hopefully with the Phantom Menace line coming, we get that along with, of course, Obi-Wan and all of that, like we mentioned before. But yeah, young Annie needs to happen. A 2-pack, D'Lo, a 2-pack with with anybody really. Jar Jar,
C-3PO.
Waddle,
Unfinished C-3PO.
D3PO, bam.
Hey,
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All that there.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that was good.
No, Waddle.
Mr. Danny Spotchka.
I was about to say no Watto.
I said Waddle.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you said Watto.
Yeah.
I was about to say part of my favorite thing about going to see Joey in Texas is there's this shop with a 1-to-1 scale Watto. So every time we go in, I'm like, Annie,
Oh, that's cool. Annie.
Annie. Yeah. This would be an interesting choice. If it didn't come with the pod racer, I don't know. But then again, like you guys were talking about, like, where the hell would you put that thing?
Ooh, Danny, what if they made a base of like, kind of like the unfinished pod racer?
I don't know.
Sports scale pod racer. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're gonna go in, you got to go all in, bro. You can't just eat one Pringle. You got to eat the whole damn can.
So wait, if he didn't come with a pod racer, even if he was like side by side with Padawan, Obi, and Qui-Gon, you don't think that'd be cool? Like that'd be dope as hell.
It'd be cool
to have
but
young
I'd
Annie.
buy it because, like, think about it, because that'd be like, I don't know, because depending how much he would be, because that's a tiny ass figure, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I paid like back in the day before I got rid of my Yoda, it was like $450 for Yoda. That thing is like this big. It's like the size of a little Marvel Legend. Like, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Hey, you paid it. you did it.
Though. That's for Yoda. Yoda is Yoda. This is pod racing. I don't know.
Wizard.
Yeah, I would get any Little Annie. I want one. Hopefully they do actually announce it, but we'll see what happens there. Mr. D'Lo, what are your thoughts?
I think it's great if someone did this over here. I just, like I said kind of earlier when we were kind of talking about it, like I don't know if I really need that one there. I'll be honest. I was one of the people who I didn't like write a letter to Lucasfilm or anything like that, but I wasn't crazy about Little Annie as much as other people were. I don't know, maybe it's just the age thing. I was a little bit older when I saw the first episode there, and I was kind of like, all right, so this is Star Wars now. Cool. But then, Duel of Fates came on. I was like, all right, now this is Star Wars again. So, it's different. I think different strokes for different folks kind of thing here. But if someone wanted that, I can understand why. So, but for me, I would probably pass this one along to somebody else who wants some more.
How about you, Austin?
Yeah, I would absolutely buy this. Yeah, honestly, because even though, like Danny said, the figure would be really small, obviously, because it's a kid. But every time I'd see it, I would immediately just think Phantom Menace, and it would just hit me with a flood of memories of all the pod racing. So I would definitely grab this. Would I like it with a 2-pack with like an unfinished C3PO? Yeah, because that sounds more appealing. But I'm also like one of those people that, like you said, Danny, I want to buy all the 1/1 scale old Pepsi statues that they made.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
they made one that was like R2D2, I believe. That was really sick.
Yeah, you have Watto, you have young Annie, you have the Darth Maul.
Yeah, man. Also, I love that you're frozen right now. It wouldn't be a stream with
Right.
you if you didn't.
I'm trying to figure out how you're talking, how you're doing this. This is
Yeah,
I was just gonna
How
ask
do you-
right now. I was like,
how do you pull
Austin,
this
It's like, wow, that's impressive.
It's not a stream unless he's
I'm
freezing.
just
It's like when my figures talk to me when I'm on 420
Yeah.
or something. You
It's
know?
like a ventriloquist or something over here. So let me ask you, boys, this here. Did any of you guys get the video game growing up?
Which
Oh
one?
yeah.
Pod Racer video game, man. It
Oh,
came
yeah.
out.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
I even have it on the Switch right now, dude. That game is.
I didn't
Fun.
play the Pod Racer game. I played Lego Star
played it.
Wars, and my favorite part was
Oh,
the
Lego Star
episode
Wars.
1 where Dan's shaking his head. You already know what I'm talking about. Where,
Yeah.
dude, those races were the rocks, dude. Oh my god, man! And, like, little like 6-year-old me, 7-year-old me was having the hardest time trying to like beat what was his name that was racing against him.
Cibola.
Saboba, yeah. Oh man, me and him still have beef. All right, I'm still not over. He can still catch his hands every day. Saboba.
I think we lost Mr. Austin Nicholas. So hopefully he comes back soon.
Yeah, I think I moved over.
Uh, I think my cousins had it. I don't think I played the game, but I know my cousins had it.
Dude, that game was hard. It was so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I remember hitting like the walls or the cave, whatever, all the time when I was younger. But
Mr. Dan, have you got a chance to talk about this yet?
No. Yeah, I would definitely get a young Annie. I think it would be cool in the display if you have like the Anakin evolution, because then we have episode 1, 2, 3, Clone Wars, Vader. I think that would look sick. And yeah, just next to Qui-Gon, and yeah, next to, or even Darth Maul with the speeder, you can create that scene. That would be cool. And yeah, Brick, you said you lived in Germany, because I'm German. I'm in Germany right now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Where did you live? Just
I lived in the first time I lived there, I lived in Mannheim, and then
Oh.
in high school I lived in Heidelberg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's look at the live chat here. I think all you guys already went. So let me know if you didn't. Let's see here. Collection Obsession says, I'd buy a Little Annie and Bare Bones C3PO 2-pack. Yeah, that's definitely what I would do too, for sure. Jedi Knights Watch Mr. Graham saying, what's up, gang? Hello there, Mr. Graham. Thank you so much for being here. We have half of your wolf pack here, so thank you for being in the live chat. And the other member of the wolf pack is here as well in the live chat. Evil Sneaker, Mr. Steve. Hi, all. How are you doing there? Thanks so much for being here as well. Graham saying, that's what she said at Brick.
What did I say?
Austin Nicholas saying, I don't know. Out of all the Fantasy Figure Zone figures, which one would you want? So, wait, who are you asking exactly? Are you asking the chat, Austin? Is that what you're doing?
Well, yeah, I was kind of hoping to just kind of get the chat, commenting below. But if we're gonna answer it, I'm sticking with mine.
Invincible.
Okay. All right, so I think
Anakin.
we're good here. We're all caught up here. Oh, actually, I haven't done mine yet. I'm gonna do mine real quick. I don't want to take too long here. So I would pick Goro,
Nice.
Mortal Kombat, and this is from the movie, the 2021 movie, which I think they completely messed up this character in the movie. If you haven't seen it, he gets taken out like pretty quickly. So, but I always liked Goro, the video
He's
game.
monstrosity, and I'm like,
Yeah, even in the '95 movie, he looks obviously
That was a
like,
cool scene in '95, though. That fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like
but
that.
just like a general Goro one six scale figure. However they decide to do it. If they do it like this, then that's fine. But that's what I would want here. Austin Nicholas, I think you're a Mortal Kombat fan. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I didn't like Prince Guro in the 2021 flick. I actually liked the movie. It had a bunch of flaws, but I did like it. 95 still king. I have my Sub-Zero and Scorpion in 6 scale by Storm Collectibles. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, I would love to add this to my collection. Anything from Mortal Kombat, I would definitely add.
How about you, Dilo?
Also, before you go, Dilo, Goro's scene in like the 95 flick, I think is still awesome. Like
Yeah.
he
The
you know,
sunglasses and everything.
yeah, all
from,
that, dude.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
about that movie for me, super campy and cheesy. I don't think they can top that though.
I really like that '95 Mortal Kombat movie.
I'm in
With all
the
the
I'm in the
politics.
minority that I like Annihilation too.
Annihilation, I was disappointed, but like watching it later on in life, I still like watching it because
She was like, "Let me stop you right there. That's
Look,
where I
I-
draw the line." No,
Look, I preferenced it with like I know I'm in the minority on it, but
how about the CGI in Mortal Kombat Annihilation? How you?
oh,
How
it's
do you like
awful, man. It's awful. It's up there with like Scorpion King bad, you know?
it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty
oh, yeah.
bad.
Dilo, what are your thoughts?
Big Mortal Kombat. I can't talk today. Big Mortal Kombat fan. Goro would be awesome. It would go awesome with my Duncan McLeod as well too, aka Raiden right there. So there you go, little connection there. I don't know if I would get the new one. I would probably go with the 95 if I had to choose between the two. It's because there's something charming about that movie there. But yeah, I was uber disappointed when this movie came out. I think they should have just made Liu Kang the main character, in my opinion, and got rid of this. I forget his name, the fake UFC fighter guy who, whatever. But yeah, I think if they took him out and made it Liu Kang, I mean, I think they nailed the fatalities. I love the fatalities in that movie. I thought that was excellent.
Yeah.
You know, Kano. Oh my gosh, Kano was the MVP of that movie, right? So yeah, I mean, I think overall, I mean, like I would love to have a Goro because I am a fan. Shout out to Mortal Kombat 2, the game on the Super Nintendo. But heck yeah, I would definitely pick up a Goro. This is a solid pick. I like it.
How about you, Dan, the bad fan?
Yeah, I watched the new Mortal Kombat when it came out, but I was also not crazy for it. I think same with Dilo, the main protagonist was completely uninspiring and forgettable. And yeah, I don't remember that much from that film. I remember the Kung Lao fatality with the head. That was pretty memorable. But apart from that, I wasn't crazy for the movie. But like the others here, the 95 movie is definitely a classic and I love rewatching it. So if we would see some figures from that movie, I would be on board with it. And in general, I realized that there is no merchandise from the 95 movie, nothing out there. So definitely need something.
Yeah. How about you, Bert?
Yeah, I actually think this is really cool. This Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, you know, those are figures and like memorabilia kind of, or I guess collectibles that I kind of admire from afar. But I played the crap out of Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Street Fighter. Like those three games were my childhood, especially Mortal Kombat 2. I mean, that was a game that I played religiously when I got tired of Mario Kart. So definitely a fan of this figure if it was to come to life. So, but would I get it? Probably not. I know that sounds kind of like, but then you got to get all of them, right? And then you got to come up with a room. But definitely would be cool, especially having like the 4 arms and just be something different.
How about you, Spotchka?
Yeah, I couldn't help but laugh when the image pulled up because I've not seen the newest Mortal Kombat movie. I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat fan, but I was like, man, what is wrong with this dude's right eye? Like, Why is it like so misplaced out of his face? The CGI in this movie looks a little rough, but cool character. I'm not gonna lie. I've only played the Mortal Kombat games with like the crossover characters in it. So like Freddy Krueger, Terminator,
Oh, okay.
Peacemaker, Omni Man. I know. Call me a fake Mortal Kombat player. I know. So, shows my age once again.
All right. Adrian Cervantes saying, I hate Johnny Cage in the video game. That's actually my favorite player. My favorite player to use is Johnny Cage. Maybe because he's a movie guy, he's an actor, and maybe I don't know. Austin Nicholas saying, Tekken, man, those were the days.
Dude, Tekken Tag for the PS2.
Yeah.
I mean, Tekken 3 was great too, but Tekken Tag for the PS2 was like a game changer. Like, man.
I also just remember going to like skating rink or like arcade.
Yeah, dude. And they always
playing Tekken, dude.
Yep.
Anytime I hear Tekken, it just once again flood of memories.
Yeah, man.
And we have Adrian Cervantes saying, I want to get that new Tekken 8 game. I actually played this game not too long ago because my cousin, he was having a birthday thing and he wanted all of us to play Tekken 8. And they did like a little tournament thing. And I used some like Panda Bear or something like that, which sucked. But
so do you guys remember any of these characters' names? Because I don't. I just have like images.
Yoshimitsu, man. You got it. Yoshimitsu, Eddie Gordo. I mean, you got to.
What is like the tiger one that had like the tiger head?
King.
Dude, that was always the standout for me.
Man.
I always like Forrest Law, the guy that kind of looked like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That was always my dude.
Do that backflip and then do the high one. Like
you already know, bro. Exactly.
Just nonstop.
All right, so I think we've all went through my pick here, so I think we're going to move into the Keep, Gift, or Destroy segment of this live stream here today. And I have new guests who have not played this before. I tailor it to them. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, D'Lo and Austin. Well, I think Austin, I think you've seen this, but I'll still explain the rules as to how this goes here. So we have Keep, Gift, or Destroy. So obviously a keep is a figure that you would like to keep, forever. That is your figure, right? And that's the one that you would want to actually hold on to. Gift will be a figure that you might have pre-ordered or you might actually have, but you cannot keep, and you would have to gift it to someone outside your household. So that's what that means when I say gift. Destroy, it's kind of self-explanatory, right? So you destroy that figure, and it might be connected to other figures, future, past. It's going to vary depending on the player, which I'll give you guys more details, because it might be connected to other versions or variants of this particular figure. And I'll tell you what you guys are, what they are in just a bit here. So that's Keep, Gift, or Destroy. For the very first time, we're going to begin with, let me see, who do I have here first? Oh, let's start with Mr. Austin Nicholas. So
I just wanted to add real quick, Austin. I helped Gio.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Adrian Swan says, do you any of you guys play video games? Yeah, I think that some of you guys do, right? So I mean, I don't really play video games as much anymore. I used to do that more when I was younger, and those are the games that I would play, like what you said, Brick, Mortal Kombat 2, Mario Kart, GoldenEye, things like that. So, so that shows my age there too. But yeah.
Hit me up, Adrian. I got you.
Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, so Mr. Danny Spotko, I did message him and asked him what would be some figures that Austin. I mean, I had an idea, but I wanted to make sure. So of course I asked Danny.
I love this because I'm so indecisive, and like Danny knows me probably better than most, like pretty much everybody else. So like, and he's decisive. So I'm curious what's on this list.
So we had 3 picks, and then I went back to Danny and asked him, what if we add this other one instead? So then we changed it. Were you going to say something, Danny? I think.
I was about to say no. I was pretty quick with my answers with this one.
Oh yeah. All right. So here you go, Mr. Austin. So you don't choose right away. I'll reveal them one by one. I'll look at the chat if there is any, and then you make your choice. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So here we go. So that's the first one. And what is the name of this one for the third party? This is from So Toys, right?
So Toys Red Knight.
Red Knight. Okay, so that's your first one. Okay, so keep gift. You already know how that goes. Destroying it means you destroy this version of this character, future, past, whether Hot Toys makes it later on, InArt makes it later on, whatever the case, any variant of this, if you destroy it, you're destroying all of them. So that's your first one. Next one is this Cajun card dealer Gambit. I believe it's So Toys as well, if I'm not mistaken. Same thing. Any version, any variants of Gambits, future, current ones that exist now. If you destroy it, you're destroying all of those. And the last one is going to be the Gandalf from InArt figures. Same thing. Destroying this Gandalf, you destroy any future versions of any manufacturers. So those are your three picks there, Mr. Austin Nicholas. So what would you say you would keep, gift, or destroy? And I don't have any messages right now, but whenever you get a chance here, go ahead and decide which one of these would you pick to keep.
I'm torn between two right now. There's like what's practical in my head of like for the figure itself versus like a completed line, you know. So right off the bat, I'll destroy Red Hood.
Okay.
Even in James Gunn's universe, bro.
Yeah.
You're trying to convince me.
There's like a reason though, you know.
What is?
Well, it kind of boils down to like the figure itself. You know, I think this is one of the best figures in my collection. The InArt Gandalf, I unboxed him slightly. You know, I still haven't fully done it yet.
Okay.
But dang, it also the price to value for the Gandalf is pretty considerable as well. I'll keep Gambit, gift, and art.
Dude,
Gandalf.
gift me Gandalf.
Wow.
Okay, right.
Please.
Like this is the hard thing too, because like I would much prefer a completed X-Men line. And to do that, I absolutely need Gambit. So versus like InArt Gandalf, which I love the fact that I have him. I wouldn't necessarily feel obliged to like complete a Lord of the Rings line whatsoever. This would be like one of those characters, like that's a good enough representation of that franchise for me. Whereas X-Men, dude, just give them all to me. Like I'll buy them all, man. You know, and Gambit's like pivotal to like what I need in my team. So.
All right. Then Yomo says Gio is in pure menace form. Okay, but let's start with Danny. So what would you pick between these three picks? Keep, gift, or destroy?
I'm gonna keep Red Hood. I'm gonna gift Gandalf, and I'm gonna destroy Gambit. Because I'm gonna complete my Bat family and destroy the X-Men family. So,
okay. All right. All right. How about you, Brick?
I am 100% keeping Gandalf. I'm gonna gift Gambit. He's my favorite X-Men, and I'm gonna destroy Red Hood.
All right. Dan, the Bat fan.
I'm gonna keep Gandalf for sure. Then give Red Hood and destroy Gambit.
All right. Let's see here. Yomo said, I might have to agree with Austin. Hard decisions.
It's hard, especially if you think about trying to complete a certain line or like wanting more, you know? That's tough.
Yeah. Then we have, you just went Dan, right? So Dila.
Yeah. So I will keep Gambit because, like Brick, Gambit is one of my favorite X-Men ever. So that's for sure. If anybody's watching X-Men, I thought about picking one up after that episode. If you know, you know.
Remember the name.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. You know what's up. Gift. Red Hood, and I destroy Gandalf.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Hey,
Because I'm a savage.
you in-art hater.
Okay.
I got to
okay.
keep it on brand. You got
There
it?
you
Man, I want that figure so bad, but I don't
I
have
got that at
a
retail,
grand.
guys.
Nice. I just sold mine on eBay.
Hey, I'll sell you this one.
I'm good. I'll sell it again.
So we have Dila, and then obviously Austin already went. I think all you guys already went, so I think it's just me. Okay, I would probably have to keep this one right here, the red hood here. Gift. Ooh. Damn, I don't know. I would probably have to gift. I didn't think this was going to be hard. I'll gift Gambit and destroy Gandalf. That's what I would do. So we have a couple here. Yomo saying destroying Gandalf is a little crazy though. So yeah. All right. So that was Austin's 3 picks there. So now we're moving on to Mr. Dilo the Collector. Keep, gift, or destroy. Now this one also had help from certain Wolfpack members.
Just call me Dick.
Oh, Steve did it.
Right.
Thanks. Shout out to Evil.
So I looked into
Wow.
some of Dilo's content and stuff, and then I had help. So these
Okay.
are Dilo's picks here.
Oh.
So we have Han in disguise, Stormtrooper. This is connected to every single Han Solo from
Dang.
any episode, from any
There you
movie. So that's Han. So that represents the character overall. The next one is Batman Returns. So any Keaton Batman, including, not that you would be excited about this or not, but including the Flash version, the original 89 Batman Returns, any Keaton Batman, if you destroy it. And the last one is going to be Old Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi, all Obi-Wans, Padawan, prequels, everything. This is what is
Hey,
represented
Hey,
here.
D-Lo, can I interject something? Kind of give you time to think too.
Sure.
Rachel and I, we've been watching Gotham. So like I convinced her to watch Gotham with me, and I kind of prefaced it with like, "Hey, this is super cheesy and campy, but I'm kind of in the mood to watch this. Like, will you entertain me for like a couple episodes and see what you think?" She's been obsessed with it. She loves like the whole drama crime aspect of it, And I have to fill her in on some of this Batman stuff, but because we've been watching it, and because I've been talking about all these other Batman movies and trying to catch her up, the other night she was like, "Hey, can we like watch the Batman movies like in order?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we skipped the 66, but we started with the 89 Batman, and I was nervous. I didn't think she'd like it. She loved it, dude. Then we watched Batman Forever. Or we watched Batman Returns. She liked it. She still thinks 89 is her favorite. We finished Batman Forever today. And once again, she's still thinking 89 Batman.
That did not help me. Thank you, Austin.
Of course. I wanted to share though, D-Lo.
I appreciate that, but I'm just like, so Gio, question for you before we get into this here. The person who will remain nameless, who gave you this information, did they mention they had any kind of animosity towards me when they gave you this list? Was this something that was like spiteful at the time of when this was delivered to you, or is just like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we just like screwed Dilo over on his picks? Just kind of just curious. You don't have to answer now, maybe later.
There was no animosity. Not
Wow, man.
You're saying they did it out of love, Gio?
I'd say so.
I'd like to know what that definition looks like. Okay. Let's see here. Incredibly hard. Probably, it's like you're asking me to pick my favorite children and just throw one away. Okay. Let's see here. There's first of all, this is a no-win scenario because this is not fair. But oh my gosh.
Evil Sneaker says the
The
goat
goat.
right here. Obi-Wan
Oh, man.
Kenobi. Batman keeping for sure, says Adrian Cervantes.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple.
If that helps, but I guess
because here's the thing though. I did a top 10 video of my favorite Star Wars collection, and two of these were on that list, right?
Yep.
One of them was number one. So this is my list. You can do your own list, but I'm keeping Han Solo in the skies. I can't give that one up there. I cannot. That one right there is ridiculous. Some will say it's just a stupid stormtrooper deal with head sculpt. No, it's more than that. It is my childhood. So he's keeping him. I'm keeping him. All right. Now you're asking me to get rid of Batman or Obi-Wan, right?
Yep.
Again, I'm a well-documented DC head. Batman is the GOAT. So I can't do him like that. So it's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to give Batman. No. You know what? Loophole it. I'm a loophole. I'm going to gift Obi-Wan, and I'm going to destroy Batman because there is a 2.0 on the way. So
But
I'm
it
going to go.
destroys that too.
Choices.
You
be
destroy
destroyed.
all
Destroys all
variations.
Keaton,
Oh, for all
Bat-
time? Is that how this works? Like forever and
Yeah.
ever?
Ever
All right,
and
I like to revisit this answer then.
Feels like I take it back.
Saying I'm sorry. Obi's got to go. Obi's got to go.
You
And
never
I
get
gotta-
Obi.
Yeah, well, I can't destroy Batman forever. That's just wrong. So yeah, it's
Thank you, Dilo.
give Batman, destroy Obi. This is a sick game you play here, Gio. Sick game.
He's the
All right.
jigsaw of the one
I,
six go.
I'll
community.
remember this.
All right, so just to clarify here, so you are destroying Obi-Wan Kenobi, all variations, all versions destroyed, and you are keeping Han Solo. And oh wait, no, you're keeping Han Solo, and then you are gifting Batman, Keaton Batman. Let's look at the chat real quick here. Yomo says destroy Keaton, keep Obi-Wan, gift Han. This is the way.
This is not the way.
Adrian Cervantes says keep Batman. I don't care. I love Batman. Graham says throw away Obi-Wan just to stick it to Sneaker. Well, Dilo destroyed it, so we're good there.
I had no choice. I'm sick right now.
No way you destroy Batman. No way, says Adrian Cervantes.
Couldn't do it.
Debbie Rosselli is saying hi, hey all. Hello there, Miss Debbie Rosselli. Thanks so much for dropping by here. Really appreciate it. Adrian Cervantes saying destroy Han, keep Batman, and gift Obi. All right, so those were your picks there, Dilo. I didn't think you would destroy Obi-Wan, but I just didn't know what you would do with the other two.
Gave me no choices. This was a lose-lose scenario.
Hilo was backed into a corner. He was just lashing out.
Yeah. Ugh.
So let's ask
dirty.
Dan the Bat fan. What would you pick of Dilo's choices here?
I wonder what he's going to keep.
You know it. Yeah, for sure. Michael Keaton is my Batman. By the way, Rachel has great taste. Batman 89 is my favorite Batman movie. So I'm keeping him for sure. And then, yeah, it's between Han and Obi. And I must say, like, as a character, I think I like Han more than Obi-Wan because he's just like, I don't know, funnier and just a space pirate. So I think gifting Han Solo and then sadly destroying all Obi-Wans.
Oh wow, another one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Brick Artemis, what would be your choices?
I'm keeping Batman, 100%. This is my Batman here, Michael Keaton. So definitely have to keep him. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to gift Kenobi because I'm waiting for the Padawan Kenobi. Kenobi is just top 3 Star Wars characters, and you just gotta gift him or keep him in some way, shape, or form, and then I guess I'll destroy Han Solo and all his iterations, which is sad, but you got to keep Kenobi or gift him at least.
All right, Spotchka.
This one's extremely hard. You already know my answer with the keep one. I ain't even gotta go into detail. I'm excited to get
Went there first, right? So it's like first image right there.
my 89 Batmobile will be here, I think, this week. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Probably gonna gift. I'm gonna gift Han Solo the D'Lo, right? Because this is my favorite scene in A New Hope. Yeah, we're good. How are you? It's just like, it's still funny in 2024. Sorry, and
Classic, man.
and it's timeless, dude. I love Harrison Ford. I'm gonna cry the day that man passes.
Oh man.
So
It's gonna be hard.
Oh, we're already thinking about that. Okay.
we got dark.
I know. It's
We
like
got dark.
deep right there.
We got deep, man. Yeah, I'm gonna
Any
give.
day now.
I'm gonna gift Mr. Harrison Ford here and destroy Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just like Darth Maul wanted to.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's about to come after me.
All right.
Steve's
Mr.
gonna have a
Austin.
convention I'm putting around my head. So
Yeah,
Mr.
so-
Austin Nicholas.
Gio, I got a question. So,
Uh-huh.
hypothetically, if I destroy, let's say, Obi-Wan,
Uh-huh.
does that get rid of like Ewan McGregor's variations too? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am. So, is
Don't
this
break my heart.
just Keaton Batman, or
What was? I'm sorry. What was that?
let's say hypothetically, I destroyed Batman.
Yeah.
Is that just Keaton specifically, and all the
Yes.
other act? Okay.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Just kidding.
don't break my heart, Austin.
How dare you? Rachel wants a Keaton Batman. Now
I know.
stop it.
I know. I know. This is tough.
Yeah.
This is.
So you can still have George Clooney if they ever made one. You can have George Clooney Batman.
I'm glad you
All right.
mentioned George Clooney
All
first.
So
That's the next movie we got to watch. I thought I had my answer going into this initially after hearing you guys, but I think I'm gonna change it up a little bit.
Steve is knocking all over his module.
Steve is raging right now in his basement.
Man, I'm
Destruction of
really
Obi-Wan.
torn. I'm really torn on Keaton and Obi-Wan right now. But I'm going to keep Obi-Wan, gift Keaton, destroy Han Solo.
Okay. All right. Interesting choices there. Okay.
Be-
All right.
For me, man, I just have way too much time dedicated with Obi-Wan. Love Michael
Yeah.
Keaton. Love his Batman. Love the films, but man, I need an Obi-Wan in my collection.
Okay. All right. So what would I do? Because all you guys went, right? I think you guys already went.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is actually hard. I know I was setting this up for D'Lo, but I didn't really consider
You
that I
did.
would have to do this too. So I'm torn between mainly Batman and Han. But I think I'm gonna have to say that I'm going to keep Keaton Batman.
My man.
And I'm very sorry, Mr. Evil Sneaker, if you're still here. I'm gonna gift Han and destroy Obi-Wan. Sadly enough. So those were my choices there. Let's see if there's anything else in the chat. I think that's it. So okay, so I think we're done here with the keep, gift, or destroy section here. Okay, there is any other thoughts that you guys had between any of these choices, either Austin or D'Lo's picks tonight, before we move on to the next one here. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and this is the last one. Pretty sure this is the last one. Okay, so this is a game that I'm going to call Blind as a Bat. So I'll explain that to you in just a bit here. But let me just do something real quick here. Let's see.
What am I?
Please! You're as blind as a bat!
Exactly.
I just watched that this morning, man.
All right.
That's such a good movie.
It's definitely a
Fun movie.
there.
Such a fun movie.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I'll discuss later.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Me and Danny, we tried explaining to Rachel what the term campy meant in a movie, you know? And dude, I failed at trying to explain it. Danny did a better job than I did. But I think it's one of those things you got to watch the movie to understand like what campy kind of means.
Yeah.
I don't see if you can
Yeah.
explain it pretty well.
It is kind of hard to explain, but how would you explain it, Spotka?
Can't be how I explained it to Rage is like it's got that it's best described for like 80s and 90s movies where it's a goofy ass movie, right? But in some cases, in some scenarios,
ironically good.
It's ironically good. It's a guilty pleasure for a lot of people, like Batman Forever. A lot of
Batman
the Friday
and
the
Robin.
13th movies are guilty pleasure campy movies. Nightmare on Elm Street is considered campy. Some of the Scream movies you can even say are campy. That's my definition of campy. It's cheesy goodness that has fun with itself, and most of the time is self-aware and knows that it's a goofy ass movie.
Okay.
How was that, gentlemen?
Perfect.
Pretty good.
Victor.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Jedi.
Although Graham saying we talking Batman Forever, I'm a head out. So it's not a fan of this movie. And I'm actually a big fan of the movie because I have this childhood connection to it. But so I'm using this image here, this little image that you see Val Kilmer Batman with a huge ass bat. I think that's from the extended version that they did that we never saw from my understanding of this, right?
Yep.
So yeah, right. So the way this works, and I don't know how it's going to work well. You guys, I think Danny and Dan, I think you guys have played a version of this.
Yeah.
But the way this works is you see these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's something behind it, right? So the main category here is manufacturers. So we're going to pretend that you guys are executive creative officers, and you are going to create a figure, a 1/6 scale figure. So behind these numbers, whatever you pick, it'll be the manufacturer that you will be running. And then later on, there'll be the license of the figure that you'll be creating. And then the last thing will be some of the accessories, bases, or other whatever. And then once we're done with all that, blindly choosing, you can just tell me just very, very quickly, what figure would you create based on the choices that you got? You don't have to take like a long time, but just using a little bit of your creative side there. So hopefully this works, but we'll try it out here. Okay, so let's begin here. There's a couple in the live chat here. Austin says Jedi. It's Rachel's least favorite Batman movie right now. So she hasn't seen Batman and Robin yet, right? So
Sounds like it. Yeah, there you go.
there's that. There's that.
It only gets worse from here.
But I mean,
reminding.
Saved her from Batman and Robin.
Schwarzenegger is so much fun in that movie, and Uma Thurman.
See, I'm hoping she likes Batman and Robin. I think it can be a lot of fun watching it together. You know, actually laughing, make sure
Go
Oh,
she's aware.
into it having a goofy time. Yeah.
Exactly. I've already kind of made her aware that's where the whole campy thing started coming up of me trying to explain the movie in the quirks in it. So we'll see.
Arnold
Have a
saved
drink
that
or two
movie.
with it, man. I ain't gonna lie. Have some spots go with the Batman and Robin. You'll enjoy it a lot.
Well,
The ice
we'll have
puns.
an iteration of it.
You need to chill out.
What's
so
the
many
dinosaurs?
ice puns. Oh my
The
God.
Ice Age.
Stay
Yeah,
cool.
that's why I got that.
What happened to all the
third-party-
dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Ow.
Dude, him in his pajamas, the freaking bunny slippers and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I hope I really hope she enjoys it. Austin, let us know what she thinks about Batman and Robin for sure. Never leave home without the Bat credit card, says
Yep.
Graham.
That's
There you go.
rule number 2 of life, honestly.
Says she may have more fun with that movie though. Yeah, it's so bad it's fun. Exactly. What killed the
There
dinosaur?
you go.
The Ice Age.
The Ice Age.
The Ice
All that
Age.
shit. All right, there you go, guys. So the way that I'm going to have you select these numbers is it's by alphabetical order by your first name, right? So you pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and then I'll reveal what they are in the next slide. So, Austin Nicholas, you would go first. Choose 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Ooh. Let's do 3.
All right. Next, we have Brick Artemis. 3 is gone. So the other remaining.
I'm gonna go with 4.
All right. Dan, the Bat fan. What would you
Number
pick?
1.
Okay, so you're picking number 1. All right. Next one, Danny Spotchka.
Oh,
So
brother.
you're left with.
Hey, brother.
You're left with 5 or 2.
Lucky 2.
2. All right. And then you're left with 5, Mr. Dilo. All right. So here you go. So I'm going to reveal what manufacturer you'll be working on.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
All right.
go.
So Austin Nicholas got Hot Toys. Right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Austin Nicholas got Hot Toys. Brick Artemis got InArt.
Smug ass smile across his face.
Let's go.
Third party company. Come on.
Dan, the Batman, got 3-0. Spotchka got So Toys. And Mr. Dilo got Jazz Inc. 1/6 scale figures. We know they're working on those. So that's actually perfect because they actually haven't really made any yet, right? So kind of works.
Ultra.
Fun fact: I did not know that was their logo. I was wondering what the hell
I know. I was
get.
gonna say like what
What the hell did I
Dilo
get?
got? Like I don't know.
It's like
It's
I
so
thought
weird
that was
seeing
part-
it without the word jazzy.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought like, oh, I must have got present toys or something like that. I was like, oh, I got a third party. Okay, but Jazzing, I can work with that.
Adrian Cervantes saying, what's number 3? Yeah, that's a Hot Toys. All right, so there you go. So that's the manufacturer. So now the license, same thing.
Ooh. Okay.
So now we're gonna go backwards. So Dilo was last, so now he's first. So pick 1, 2, 3, or 5, 4 or 5.
Let's go with 1.
All right, so 1 for Dilo. And then we have Spotchka. Which one would you get?
3. Just that
Alright.
from us.
Dang it.
All right, and then Dan, the Bat fan. What would you pick?
5.
5. Okay. And then Brick Artemis.
I'm gonna go 2.
2. All right. So then we're just missing what is it? 4?
Mm-hmm.
4. It's for Austin Nicholas. So Austin Nicholas got 4. That's the one that's left.
I guess I'll accept it.
All right. So, all right. So here we go.
Do you
So
like
Deal the
trade?
Collector picked 1. So Star Wars.
Dang.
Jazz Inc. Star Wars
Damn it.
for Dilo the
Let's
Collector.
go, baby.
All right. So
it's a wrap.
Spotchka video game line. Either Xbox or PlayStation, whatever. And number 5, Dan the Batman picked number 5. So horror. So horror line.
I read that as
Rick-
hop hop. I don't know. What hop-
I read that as hot pop. I'm like, what the hell? is
Well, I read it
Really?
as horror.
Oh, okay. It's horror. Yeah, horror.
I didn't read
I
his
see
hot
it
pop yet.
Brick Artemis picked Marvel. And Austin
In
Nicholas
Marvel.
picked
Good pick.
Austin Nicholas picked DC.
That's not fair. I was trying to steal it from Austin and then ended up. Never mind. Whatever.
So
Did Brick? Did you get the best one that suits you?
I did, but I have InArt, so they somehow get the license, and we're gonna go
Sure.
with it.
Sure.
Yep.
You just go with it.
Pretty damn
it.
good. Pretty damn
Let's
good.
go. Let's go.
Okay, the last one here. So last one here. Accessories,
Ooh.
base, or other. Okay. Let's start with in the middle. Let's begin with Dan the Bat fan. What would you pick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 again.
5 again. Okay, 5. All right. Spotchka.
1.
Okay. Dilo.
2.
Okay. Then Austin Nicholas.
Let's go with 3.
3. And I think we're left with 4, right, for Brick?
Yes, sir.
All
Back
right.
to 4.
All right. Here you go. It might be hard to read, but I'll try to read them to you here. Okay.
What the?
Right. Okay. Here we go. Number one, whoever picked number one, your figure doesn't have a base at all.
Damn.
It's just the figure. Number two, only one set of hands.
For Jazz Inc. Okay.
No other accessories. No other accessories for number two. Number three, your figure gets real leather. Number four, die cast full or partial components. And number five, an elaborate diorama. So that's what you guys got there. Let's see here. Adrian says, oh, here is as that in art base, look to base. Never mind. Okay, so we got that. All right, so this is the part where you guys get to be a little creative, and you don't have to take too much time here. But let's begin with Austin Nicholas, who is number one. Based on your choices, what would you do?
Oh man, this is tough. You know what? I'm gonna throw people a bone right now. I'll do Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right.
With real leather. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So you got that.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of have to,
All right. And then let's go to Brick. What would be your figure based on your blind choices? Yeah.
You just got Marvel, and I've got diecast. It'd be a sin if I didn't go to Iron Man, right? But
Sentinel, baby. Sentinel.
Yeah. I was trying to find something like different, but still like as
Wolverine.
big as Iron Man, But man, you just got to go with Iron Man. Give us that in our Iron Man. Let's do it. Let's do the Mark III.
Okay.
Let's blow. Let's as in-art fans would say, blow Hot Toys one out of the water, and just have a diorama base. And man,
Look, Inart's
Do the
already gone to
diecast.
Brick's head already.
Yeah.
I'm running the show, baby. Let's go. We're gonna get Blue Beetle.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna happen, baby.
It's gonna happen.
All right. So then, Dan, the Batman, what would you do?
Yeah, I was thinking because of the elaborate base, I would think of maybe Freddy.
That's my guy.
Okay. Yeah. Freddy.
Yeah, man.
There you go. Got Freddy Krueger. There you go.
The
Spotchka.
boiler room.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, no base, huh? Since it's on my mind recently, I'm gonna go with one of the Brotherhood of Steel suits from Fallout. With that.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
And then last one, Mr. Dilo. What would be your figure?
Yeah, I was feeling good until he threw that last one at me over there. So, and technically, I can't pick a figure because Jazz Inc. doesn't really do figures, right? So I gotta make it some kind of vehicle or something custom, right? So, am I allowed to break the rules on it a little bit? Can I do something like that?
Well, he is making a figure, right?
They are working. Yeah, they are working on making 6-scale figures.
Okay, fair enough.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not gonna do a figure. I'm gonna do something that Jazz Inc. would do. So, okay. I gotta get creative. I think what I would do with my tools here is I would make a ultra detailed, accurate lightsaber. And since my only accessories can be a set of hands, but they don't have to be identical, my set of accessories would be Darth Vader hands, gloves. One of them is detachable. There you go. So a lightsaber, Darth Vader gloves, one hand is detachable. Bam.
Okay.
Mic
All
drop.
right.
Pay me, Jazzy.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Well, thank you so much there. All right. So you guys made your choices there. All right. So, first time I try a version of this with figures. So might do this at a later time in another show. But yeah, I just want to try this out. So thank you guys for being a part of this. And I believe that's it. I don't have anything else, guys, here. Now, I am doing this 1/6-scale figure giveaway, this Wolverine Mondo figure. This
Hell of a giveaway, too.
This is my copy. This is my figure. I'm just giving it away. So it is. I did open it, but everything is in good condition and things like that. But but I'm giving this away. I want to do this giveaway, obviously, in the live show. Ideally, in the next Figures Talk Championship matchup is the day that I would want to do the giveaway. So I'll give you guys more details as to when that would be if we do set on a date. Right now, I'm aiming for May 19th, but again, we'll see what happens with the players who will be, if they'll be available, obviously, right, for the matchup and things like that. So obviously, you have to be a subscriber to the Movie Canon or following the Instagram page, and it must be within the US. I can't really ship anything out of the continent, so it would have to stay here. And I'll give you guys, there's more details in the post that I did on Instagram. So that's the giveaway here. It's Wolverine from the animated series. So there you go there. Okay, so I think we're all good there. And then don't forget, guys, tomorrow, full trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Do we know what time? Or?
I don't know if there's a time. I just heard that it was supposed to be tomorrow, but yeah. So we'll see there. Okay, so I think we're good there. Let's see. So I'm gonna have you guys, plug your shows, your channels and things like that. So let me just try to set this up here. Hold on a moment here. Okay, Mr. Spotchka, what do you have going on?
Yeah, man. So first of all, thank you so much for episode 10. This is a blast streaming with you 5 gentlemen. Yeah, man, subscribe to all of these fine gentlemen in the panel. Got the 1.0 Batmobile on the way because the 2.0 ended up looking very, very similar to the 1.0. And I got a pretty solid deal from Figurecraft for the 1.0, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
The usual copper drop on Thursdays at 9 p.m. CST. Also, Figures Talk. I seem to be a regular on this on the show, so thank you, Gio. Also, this is just shooting it out the date. Not confirmed yet, but May 19th. Not May 19th, May 17th. Should be the first episode of Multiverses, which is a stream with me and Philly. Basically, we're going to have a guest host on every week, every Friday. And you guys get to basically run the show and tell us what to draw, what character, and we're going to have like little games here and there. And it's going to be a blast to do. Other than that, man, yeah, that's what I've got going on.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Danny, for being on here again. Greatly appreciate it. And then, I'll talk to you at a later date to see if May 19th will be a good day for you to defend your title, but we'll have to find out who's going to go against you too. So
you mean keep my title, right? Yeah.
Right. All right. Next one here, Mr. Dilo. I know you have the Wolf Pack, but what else you got going on?
Yeah, so I am dropping some videos. Actually, right after we're done here, I'm going to upload my latest video. My fellow Wolfpack members are pushing me to hurry up and get it out there. Some guys got to work on the weekends. I don't know what to tell you guys, but yeah, I'm dropping my Cobb Van video. Hopefully, we'll start working on getting that uploaded once we go ahead, and that's me. Yeah, guys. New Cobb Van video. It's actually gonna be pretty funny. So I don't like to do any, in case you guys haven't noticed, when you hear me talking Wolfpack, I don't tend to kind of play by the rules. I kind of play by my own set. So I'm doing a review of Convent only because Evil Sneaker got it and he talked it up for weeks on the show. So I decided to buy it despite my own reservations about it. And basically it's a dedicated video to my good friend Evil Sneaker on what I think of his precious Cobb van, the Marshall. So it should be fun. It's not going to be your traditional. You've seen a gazillion of those videos here, but if you're indeed looking for a good laugh and what it's like to collect with friends, that's going to be a good video for you guys here.
Nice. Thank you so much, Dilo, for accepting the invitation. I'm very excited that you were able to come on here. So thanks so much.
Appreciate the invite.
And we have Mr. Brick Artemis. What do you have going on, Mr. Brick?
Oh, well, I just came out with a new video on 5, well, I guess more than 5 Spider-Man figures that I would like to see. That's not just Spider-Man himself, but other figures throughout the universe. Just, something to kind of have fun with a little bit, put it out there. And I also have the Bugle 6, that the next episode is a week from tomorrow. We'll have Zord Photography. Of course, Flavio will be there, as well as Justin from How You Figure. We have guests coming in the future too, Collecting Madness, Hotline, and P-Rock, D-Lo. We got the Wolfpack gonna do a takeover at some point. So yeah, just a lot of good stuff with the Bugle 6. Tomorrow I'll be on the Zio Lounge. So first time on there. So looking forward to being on there with Reverse Zio. That is tomorrow at 7:30 Central. So catch you guys there if you guys want to hang out. And yeah, it's pretty much it, other than Wolfpack. Wolfpack Wednesdays, 8:30 Central Time. So come check Dilo, myself, Evil Sneaker, and the Jedi Knights Watch on there every Wednesday.
All right. Well, thank you again, Brick, for being on my show here again. You're on the Met Report and Figures Talk. You've been on there plenty of times, so I'm always excited when you're on here. So thanks so much for being on here again. Next is Mr. Austin Nicholas, where he has this amazing YouTube banner. What do you have going on?
First off, Gio, man, thanks for having me on. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm 20 away from that 1,000 milestone, so I'm pretty excited about that. The most recent video is Rachel's top 10 third-party figures in my collection. That was a lot of fun to do. She's very introverted.
Rachel.
So it is not.
Sorry about that. I don't know why. This is the. I'm not signed in, so I'm getting those ads.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So she's super introverted, so it meant a lot to me that she was willing to kind of put herself in front of the camera. So I love that. I'll have another video out this week. I don't know which one it's going to be yet. It's either going to be another ranking video, or it's going to be a video kind of going over what I'm going to do with the new room arrangement. But we will see. And then obviously Copper Drop on Thursdays.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Austin, for being on the show, on this specific show, because I know you've been on the Horror Talk show before. So thank you so much for accepting the invitation for this as well. So thank you so much. Next one is Dan the Bat Fan. What do you have going on?
Yeah, first of all, also thanks for having me on again, Gio. Had a blast today. Just awesome panel. A couple of days ago I uploaded the Nightmare on Elm Street movie ranking with Gio, and that was a lot of fun. And I'm thinking about doing more like ranking videos in the future, definitely. And this week I'm also going to be on Copper Drop for the first time, so I'm definitely happy about that. And yeah, that's about it for now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dan, for being on here. And I liked, the video. I mean, obviously, I was in it, but later on, you added some like clips in there and stuff like that. And while I was talking about some things, you were like adding images and clips as to what I was saying, and then vice versa. So that was cool. So I liked it. And thank you so much again for being on here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we have a couple of comments here. Let's see. Win, W Brick, Adrian. Come on, let's get Austin to 1,000. So let's get Austin to 1,000. Yeah, 20 left, right? Austin there. We need that. Let's see. When are you changing your setup? That's for Austin, right? Oh, you already answered this, Adrian. We're gonna finalize some placements, but hopefully in the next few weeks. That vid is going to be fire. Can't wait. So so thanks so much, everyone here. I actually did forget to add something else here. Hold on a moment here. Okay, so I'm doing a Star Wars talk show, a live stream on May the 4th, 12:35 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be like Met Reports, movies, and figures, Star Wars related. So that's on May the 4th. I'll give you guys more details later, but that's coming up. And then obviously we have the Met Report, my movie show, which is on Saturdays, 12:35 p.m. Pacific time, and then Figures Talk Sunday nights starting 6 p.m. Pacific time. So again, guys, thank you so much for being on here. I know you guys could have been doing something else. I really appreciate your time. So really, really greatly appreciate that you were on here. So thank you so very, very, very much to be my canon counsel for tonight. So that's it, everyone. For people in the live chat, thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching this in the replay, thank you so much for that as well. But that will conclude this live stream for tonight, Figures Talk episode 10. Thank you so very much. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. See you guys later.